What is up with it? Welcome to the Scar and Toph show, featuring. This is kind of like the old school Scar show, the old school East Coast show.
Yes.
You guys see my shirt? My dad made this shirt for me.
What is it?
You could see it on the preview stream.
Philly.
I can't. There's a camera in my way. So
Cool.
yeah.
You know, when we have Mango on, it's like Mango and Pals. We like rebrand in show. So I feel like this is the old school East Coast show featuring Toph. I feel like I'm the guest.
There you go.
This is East Coast.
Joining
Star.
us.
Where's Toph from?
Not the East Coast.
Not East Coast.
Not
You're
East Coast.
Seattle.
All right.
West
Seattle?
Coast. Seattle. I went to school in Seattle.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
And then I moved down here after that. So
What?
pleasure to meet you guys again.
It's a cool
no
city.
way.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
like.
Dude, so I feel like we've glossed over intros. Are we supposed to do intros? Is that a thing?
You could just leave it to us.
Okay, cool.
Here's the
Great.
analogy.
Sorry.
Just make pretend
Cool.
you guys are like Russell Crowe, you know,
He's
or
gonna take
like
our joke from
Yeah, he's
earlier.
taking
you know,
joke,
like
yeah.
a big name movie star, and we're just like the talk show hosts.
Uh-huh.
And so you guys just
Yeah.
kind of show up, make yourself comfortable, and
Right.
we'll
Mhm.
All right,
walk
great.
everybody through it. So
Okay.
don't worry about it.
They would be treated pretty well, you think?
I think
Like-
so. I think they would get
Pretty
whatever
well.
they want, kind of like you guys. You know, we
Yep.
just whatever you guys want, we set you up with controllers. You know, a setup. Go to the bathroom whenever you want.
Wes, when,
Got free
when you
snacks.
got to Twitch today,
You
was
know.
I
there-
inside, you think? Or
You
was
must
probably-
have just gotten there because
Yeah.
you were outside, but we must have just gotten there at the exact same time. I think
Right.
that's what happened.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah.
obviously, we have people to let you guys in as soon as possible. Nobody waited outside for a half hour.
Nobody wait. Right.
45? 45.
No,
Yeah.
no, 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 no,
About 40.
No,
yeah,
no,
about 45.
About
yeah.
45.
no. Joining us is an old classic guest, Mogwai, who was here one time before,
What's up,
but
Ed?
unfortunately, Toph wasn't here
I wasn't here.
when my
Yeah,
boy
no.
Wes was here.
Not at
So,
all. Toph was
Mogwai, welcome
busy.
back.
Thanks.
I was
Good to be back.
stuck in the other building or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens.
It's good to formally make your acquaintance on the show.
Yeah. Saw you at the Foundry last week, too.
Yes.
It's just lots of Toph. Big Toph week for me.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get there.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Right.
We're going to be homies. To my
Yeah.
left is a man who none of you know.
That's
I
not,
don't know if that's totally true.
I don't know if that's totally true.
How do you
'Cause
think people would know him?
Here's how I know him.
Tell me.
If you watch the greatest combo video of all time, certainly top 3 or 5
Uh-huh.
in the beginning of the credits, certainly the best combo video credits of all time.
I see.
I think the first combo E listed is Got him, right? Do I have this correct?
You're probably
you were
right.
featured in a very prominent combo video
Yes.
from back in the day, probably.
Yes, I was. It was an okay video.
Okay.
I would say probably top 50 or so.
Top 50 video.
But overall, Pac-Man's is better.
Much better.
What's
Yeah.
that called?
You know, the name's not important. It's just
Don't worry about that
the
one.
content.
Okay.
It's the content.
yeah.
Yeah.
Content over marketing.
Yeah.
Right? Really.
I agree
Yeah.
with that. I think it's
Some people spend a lot of time
Scott
on
'em.
branding their video,
Right.
but other people
Yes.
Right.
dope Luigi combos, you know?
Dope Luigi. I actually have never seen that.
So
You've never seen Oh Girl?
That's it. That's the
Oh
name.
Girl, that was
Yeah.
what it was called.
That is what it
I
was
forgot.
called.
You totally forgot. I knew for a fact you had no idea what the video was called.
No fucking idea. no idea. But it was great. it was
So
great.
rare opportunity, and this is not only for the people to know, but also for you, Toph.
Yeah.
Scott got him. Probably is the single individual who knows the most about East Coast Scar out of anyone to live on the planet.
Oh, then do I have
He
interview
knows
questions for you?
More probably than I know at this point.
Yeah, I think that makes
And
sense.
Mogwai, has borne witness to everything that occurred. You know,
Maybe not everything. Because I was
Yeah,
in
definitely
Pittsburgh,
not
you guys were in
everything.
Philly. Yeah.
Definitely not everything.
No.
I bore witness to some of it.
Yes.
I caught glimpses of East Coast Scar, but Gotham was there for the whole ride.
that's true.
So you're from Philly. You're from Philly.
I'm from Jersey.
You're from
originally.
Jersey. You're
Yeah.
from.
South New Jersey.
Yeah,
South
so I
Jersey.
grew up around Philly, but I went to college in Pittsburgh when East Coast Scar was
Pittsburgh.
Oh my
Pittsburgh.
god.
Hey, my
I'm
God.
from Pittsburgh.
I don't know why it's a British accent, but it's a British
That's
accent.
that's not British.
That's a Pittsburgh accent.
British is like
yeah,
hello.
okay, that's a Pittsburgh. yeah.
Pittsburgh's like, oh my god, I'm from.
What is that? Have you guys ever explained to me what this
Yes,
is?
but it's a whole
Okay.
different thing.
All right,
I'm not
great.
trying to get
Cool.
into it.
You know what? If you have the time,
Hmm.
I don't know if you have any time to get into it, but
I'm leaving in like 5 minutes,
Okay.
so it's yeah.
so the Pittsburgh accent. You wanna
Pittsburgh
move
accent.
beyond it.
Oh my God. Well, I used to know a guy from Pittsburgh, and that's how we talked. So that's pretty much how it started. There's actually a video. No, there's a video.
Oh,
That's a great
Pittsburgh.
story. Could you tell me that
There's a
story
video
again?
on YouTube.
There is a great. I can't find it.
and you
Oh,
guys
the
don't
tornado one? Yeah,
Yes.
no, that one's great. That
So
one's
all you have to
fantastic.
do is I forget what it's called. Just type in Pittsburgh tornado.
Tornado, yeah.
And there's a tornado coming into town, and this guy, which
This
is
video's actually
rare.
perfect.
It's rare for Pittsburgh, I think.
It is rare. There were no
And
tornadoes while I was
there's no
there.
tornadoes, or there's very few. And this guy walks outside and he's recording this tornado coming into town, and he's just screaming at like his mom or something. He's like, "Oh my God, tornado, tornado!" So that's kind of how.
Yeah,
that's
no,
how we
that's
proved
fair.
it, but we were saying it
Yeah, you
before.
is that because that was video proof that that's how people in Pittsburgh talk.
And you also
Yes.
knew a guy who talked like that.
We did know a
That's
guy who
wild.
talked like that.
That's
Yeah.
like the
D20.
No, the important thing is
D20.
that D20
Oh.
did not talk like that at all, and you guys
I'll play
attributed
young
that
Link.
accent to him.
Oh my God, I don't even talk anything like that.
This sounds exactly like the East Coast version of like the Dewan accent.
Oh, God.
Where it's like you grew up in NorCal your whole life. Why do you have a Southern accent?
Yeah,
That doesn't make any sense.
it doesn't make any sense. But yet you hear Shroom talk,
Yeah.
and that's what he sounds like.
Right.
I can't explain it.
Okay. I mean, I could see it. I've met people from Pittsburgh, but I don't think
What's
I've ever
the
heard that.
Dewan?
Maybe they've just changed.
What's this? I don't know
Shroomed,
what
if
this
you've
is.
ever
Do it
heard.
in
I
accent.
know, yeah, I
talk.
know. The Dr. Mario player, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the guy.
He
I feel
says
like I've heard
like
Pocky D do an accent for Shroomed once.
one time. So we used to go pretty much even, and then he started getting better than me, and he beat me at a tournament. And he was like, "I ain't never gonna lose a scar ever again."
And he's
It's like,
like
fuck
born
you,
and
Dewan.
raised like El Cerrito,
In
right?
Texas.
It's like- no, but born and raised Northern California.
Yeah,
it's like
he
it
sounds like he's from
just
Texas.
doesn't make
to
any
me.
sense.
He's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's really
now.
good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Mhm.
He got good.
He's
just
pretty good.
mysterious
Pretty
why his
good.
accent-
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
That's there's a lot of references we
Okay,
gotta do
okay.
time.
God.
You wanna
this
talk
is
about-
just going to be a terrible
I don't know
show
if we
for
could go
whoever.
right into 8 Mile because I'm thinking what all the angles we can go into. 8
8
Mile
Mile.
obviously was a pillar of
Knew
East
every
Coast. You
word.
know
I don't know what.
what? But did we watch it together?
When you say
ever?
8 Mile, you mean literally the movie?
I don't think we
Yeah.
did.
The movie.
We listened to the raps a lot on YouTube together.
That's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
What were
great
some of your
movie.
favorite parts of the raps? Just too many to even
It's
mention.
been too long. It's been too long. I don't even remember. I know there was like a Leave It to Beaver section in there. Do you remember that part?
I remember it.
Mm-hmm.
You remember every single word?
I used to. I used to know every word, and we used to say every word, and Darnell would get super
Yes,
pissed
we
off.
did.
Yeah.
So you knew Chibo Senpai really well.
Ooh,
I think he
I
was your
knew-
gateway into the melee scene. Is that right?
I've known Chibo Senpai.
By the way, we're doing a classy show, so I'm just gonna do something while you talk.
Can you do it?
Great.
Oh, you're going to pour
Yeah,
it.
he's gonna do
And
it.
I'm
that's
going to
cool.
kill this.
Yeah.
Chibo's that old school?
Oh. Chibo. So
Yeah.
I went
Super
to
old
high school
Oh,
with
shit.
Chibo.
Okay.
I knew Chibo before Smash was even a thing in Chibo's life.
Okay.
You guys went to high school together, right?
Yes.
Is that right?
Do you want me to just put it down?
Yeah, you're going to need to like really.
Just gotta.
Well,
you
why
like to
don't you
do
show
the
them the
honors?
brand?
So I'm just
Why don't
going
you
to.
show them what it is?
Will you hold this for me real quick? So, sir, maybe you can test for the group.
Mhm.
You can taste for the group.
Sure.
You know, because
Why
we're
don't you
just
give me
having a nice, classy. You
Just
know,
give me a little, just a little bit.
just
It's one of the
little
taste
you
pours.
know,
No,
'cause
hold
you got to
this.
see if it's corked.
Oh, what's up,
Is
Grant?
that to your liking?
Well, I have to aerate it. We'll see. Now you made me put this thing close. Oh, very good. Very good, sommelier.
continue.
I'll have more.
So Chibo Senpai.
Yeah, so I've
What were you
known
saying?
Chibo.
Do you-
Wow, what year were
do
we
you
in high
see-
school? 2004, I guess?
How much wine are you supposed to put in a glass?
It's about right.
Have you-
Yeah, that looks
2004 is pretty ancient.
Yeah, about
Do you
13.
remember,
probably earlier.
I had
like
a-
2003.
I had a waiter this weekend when he poured the wine. He would kind of do this thing at the end where he
You
would
just do a
kinda-
little twisty.
Yeah, he would
the
go-
twist.
I don't know why they do it though.
They do
it
it
doesn't seem
so
to do
that-
anything.
I think it's to like make there not be a droplet on the neck of the bottle.
doesn't
I don't
work.
know how that works.
No, it doesn't work.
I think it works.
No.
It works. Yeah.
I've never seen
I'm
that
going
work.
with it. Do you have a better explanation?
Nope.
All right. That's what we're going
No.
with.
All right, that's
No,
why
I think
they
it
do
works perfectly.
But then
actually.
it's kind of like he's pouring for the whole table, so he could just do that for the last one.
Cheers.
You see what I mean?
To Super
Cheers,
Smash Bros.
mates.
Melee.
Smash
throw
Bros.
you.
Melee.
You know, bringing people together from across the globe.
Toph, Wes.
To all of you at
Oh,
home.
man.
To all the people in the chat, I'm
Cheers
To
to
all-
you.
chat.
I'm
to all
kind of
you
double
guys.
fisting here.
See?
I actually wonder if that's actually Skarazard in the chat. But he said,
yeah, no, it is. It's definitely.
What's up, Skarzard?
and he said,
Did he say Mogchamp?
He said Mogchamp.
Yeah, no,
love
he's
it.
been trying to get that to stick for a long time. It's good.
Okay.
If I streamed, I would do it.
Yeah, that's fine. It would be like a emote.
Yeah.
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 Mogchamp.
Did you say anything about Chibo besides that you know him? You didn't say. You don't care.
You know, I didn't Scar.
Cool. And to weave the narrative together, there's one man
Weave it.
who's at the center of all of these important relationships in Melee.
Yeah.
His name, Ryan Treband, a.k.a.
Oh,
Pac-Man
wow.
on crack.
Wow.
So his combo video already came up.
I don't think I've ever met him, Pac-Man. I don't think I've
Seriously?
ever met him.
He's actually the best.
The only time I've ever...
And the worst.
Can I tell you about the only time I've ever seen him in
Yeah.
person?
Yes, please.
The only time. It was at Pound 5, and it was in pools. It was the last
What's
wave
it?
of pools to make it into bracket. And you know...
I know exactly where you're going with
You
this. Go
know,
on.
and you know Pocky D. He was
Yep.
also here. You know him.
Yep.
I think it was Pocky D. Yeah, there were a lot of people watching. This was like to make it in a bracket. It was
Yep.
between
Do you know the story?
Pac-Man and,
I don't know the story. No.
and
it's a good
Hugs 86, esteemed Samus player.
Hugs
And this had been a real slobber knocker of a pool. I mean, there were a lot of good players in. I think
A lot of good people.
Silent Spectre was in this pool. Falchemist.
Falchemist. That's old school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, it's the last match of the pool, and it's last stock and all this. And basically, it looks like Hugs should have it. And the Luigi player, Pac-Man, side Bs, and it misfires right into Hugs.
That's freaking
And
awesome.
they're
man.
both at 100, just kills him.
Instantly.
And Hugs gets so upset, visibly upset, and everyone just goes dead. All 20 people go dead silent. And I think it was, I'm 80%, it was Pocky D, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it's Pocky D who finally
no.
breaks the silence and he goes, ha ha.
he
Yes.
would, dude.
Yeah.
That is such a Pocky thing to do.
Ryan probably was so happy, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Ryan was playing for nothing.
Yeah,
Ryan was like
that's the
0 and
funniest
6
part.
in the pool, or maybe like 1 and 5 at that point.
Yeah, I think
and
he didn't
Hugo was
make
in a
it in.
win and in situation.
He was playing for fun, which he always does, you
Yeah.
know? So it was just whatever.
Yeah,
No,
like,
but he always wanted to, even if he was going to lose the pool, you know he
wanted
like
to
wanted
take
to
it
win.
in.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know why. He's one of those guys who takes every set
Hugs,
seriously.
Hugs does the same thing.
Yeah.
That I remember at Five Gods, he had this analogy that was like, he did the same thing. He beat SFAT and made it so SFAT didn't get into this pool, literally like this year. And he said, you know, at that point, I'm playing to inflict misery upon others. I'm dragging you down, and I'm saying, you
I do
get
remember
down
that.
here with me. So, you know, what goes around comes around.
I do remember that.
Yeah, what were you
So
talking
I'm a
about?
big fan of Pac-Man already. Pac-Man, we're talking
Pac-Man.
about
We're
Pac-Man.
We
talking
talk,
Pac-Man.
there's probably infinite things we
actually,
can talk about
on
Pac-Man.
on the
but-
note of Pac-Man, do you guys remember the picture on Smashboards of him breaking Delaware in half?
No.
There's this great picture of just a Pac-Man with jacked arms just ripping the state of Delaware in half because he used to shit talk Delaware so much.
Yeah, Delaware blows.
Yeah, no,
man.
they blow.
Yeah, I hate that state.
Who was Delaware at the time?
Like Ultimate
Scout for sure.
was like
Oh,
number
fuck
one
that
in Delaware.
guy. Oh, that guy is such a weenie.
Oh my god.
I have only one Ultimate Scout story, but I hate that guy.
Damn.
go on. I
Because
would-
we know Ultimate Scout
We know
intimately.
fired.
We know Tim, so
Really?
please go on.
Is
Yeah.
is he cool?
Yeah.
Let's just let you tell your
Okay,
story.
this was
Yeah,
so.
I
This was
agree.
my only interaction with him. And if it's your only interaction, like you can only judge them off the single data point you have.
Yes.
So
He is not a good single data point guy. Let me tell you that right now. You know, some guys you can have a single data point. It's like, all right, you know, he's
No,
pretty
you're
cool.
exactly
Right.
right.
He is not
you
a
need
single
about
data point guy.
15,000 data
Yeah,
points
yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
Ultimate Scout.
Okay.
He's an acquired taste.
uh,
You gotta feel the tannins.
it was a
Lighter 10.
it was a very weird crew battle. It was in Canada.
Okay.
And it was one of these tournaments. So like, sometimes there's these tournaments where like somehow they get like the really really top guys to go. They get like the gods to go.
Yep.
Like they pay them or whatever. So it's
Yep.
like, and then but then it's hard for them to get other talent. And this was one of those tournaments where it was like Mango was there, Mewtwo King was there, PP was there, HBox was there, and then like the skill level of the people who were traveling from out of region kind of fell off pretty drastically.
Yep.
And we did, I think it was 8-on-8 or 10-on-10. We did a USA versus Canada crew battle. So this was in Canada. Canada had a very well-rounded lineup, pretty
Yep.
much down to 10.
Yep.
And at this point, I think it was like 2013. I think it was like Kirby Kaze, Unknown, Rain-X,
They were amazing at
Kage,
the time. You loved
V-Wins,
Rain-X.
Bam.
Yeah, Rain-X was
You
a
were
badass.
Rain-X was great.
He's
Yeah,
really, yeah,
He
he's
is a
really
cool
good.
guy.
Really, really
Yeah.
good. Yeah, really cool guy. IB was in it. Love that guy too. And then the U.S. crew was like the four gods. So Mango, Mewtwo King, HBox, PP. But then and it was like
Dropped off.
I was there, SFAT was there, and then I think it dropped off real quick. So we rounded out our crew with like Juggle Guy and Ultimate Scout.
Yep.
And I remember the crew battle came down to, it was 8 stocks to 4. It was Rain-X, only Rain-X left in the Canadian crew, and we had H-Box and Ultima Scout.
Oh,
Great,
God.
Which
great
is
final
which
two.
is
Oh
good.
my
It's
God.
Just really good final two.
right,
Really good.
really good final two,
Yeah.
mostly because of one of the two.
Right, Ultima Scout.
Okay, so we decide like, okay, you know, it's like the H-Box is probably going to win the crew battle for us, but the right call, I think, is you send an Ultima
Yep.
Scout, let him just, if he, you know,
Try to
whittle
take a stock
down
or two.
and just
Yep.
make it like as
Absolutely.
advantageous for H-Box. I think that's the safest thing to do. You don't want to risk Rain-X pulling this crazy upset on H-Box, and then he's got all this momentum. Anyway, we send an Ultima Scout against Rain-X, and we put him in Marth FD against Rain-X's Fox, and he gets 4 stock. And then H-Box...
He's so good.
And then
He's
H-Box,
so good.
which is fine, which is fine,
Yeah.
That's
which
fine.
is fine. It's
That's
like,
fine.
whatever, dude, it's fine. H-Box is going to win the
Right.
group. H-Box goes in, he does win the group battle, it's fine.
Right.
Not a big deal. And then... And Ultima Scout could have said nothing about it, but he goes on Smashboards and he goes, "That was the most frustrating experience of my life. I can't believe the USA team put me in just to keep the crew battle hype, knowing very well that Marth against Fox on FD is an extremely skewed matchup
Broken
for
matchup.
Fox."
that's right.
And I'm sitting here like, have you
That
ever
is such an
seen
Ultima
a
Scout
bad
quote, dude.
match?
He, you know, he likes to
For-
troll though.
For Fox,
He likes to
yeah,
troll.
but like.
But no,
But
I
you
think the
can't,
you
can't troll the way he did after getting 4 stocks.
It's the long troll.
Well,
he
I mean,
meant
maybe
to get
you
4
couldn't,
stock.
but you know, Ultima Scout can. This is
okay.
right.
Okay. Again, I don't know. I
Yes.
didn't know the guy, but I'm just reading this post. I'm like, none of this makes sense. Like,
Have you heard of Ultima Scout's combo video?
Just a great
It
video.
is called
I don't
Have
remember.
You Seen My Link?
Oh, okay, was that a combo video? I just
Yes.
remember him actually saying that, like.
And that is basically, if he were a Pokemon, his name would be Have You Seen My Link?
Yeah.
Because that's all.
No, that's what he would say.
He tends to say that all the time.
Yeah, I did.
And I think he
Some
loves.
Pokemon don't say their names only, like Meowth.
Meowth.
It's literally
true.
just Meowth.
It's literally just me.
Well, there
and
might be a
Meowth had
new
to work really
generation.
hard
Yeah,
to
you
learn
never
English.
know.
Yeah.
You never know. You know, I don't follow it.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair. You don't follow the Pokemon scene?
No.
All right, cool.
But I think he loved saying things that made absolutely no sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was his bag.
Because you know when you troll, like the goal, I feel like if you're trolling, the goal is to make someone else look like a fool.
Yes.
But I was reading, and I was like, if this is a joke, like I don't feel like a fool. I feel like the only person who looks like a fool is you. So like,
Right.
Yeah. I think he would absolutely say that.
okay,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
fine.
That sounds exactly
Again,
like
only
him.
data point I have. I have no idea what what the intention
Yeah.
was.
He's
Yeah,
just a,
Great
he's
guy.
just a
What a
character.
great guy.
Yeah.
Ultima Scout.
God, he got-
Let's
he got
hear it
beat
for
so
Ultima
bad.
Scout. Let's
He
cheers.
really
Cheers
did.
to Ultima
Cheers, cheers,
Scout.
cheers to Ultima Scout.
He's the man
Yeah, let's
who
cheers.
you know.
Go. Ultima Scout, man.
Well,
Who's
you know,
the-
he was really close with another player who I would love to talk about with this group,
Go ahead.
Umbreon Mal.
Umbreon now.
And they, as a team, I think enjoyed thinking about Pokemon strats that
Oh,
were
that's right. I
actually
remember
I
this.
forgot about
not
that.
good, but so gimmicky
No.
that they would say, like, you know, I remember Mal would tell me that Rattata, he's got
Yes,
a Rattata
I know all
strat.
about this one.
So there you go. He's got a Rattata strat where he puts him in, you know, he gets hit, and then he Hyper Fangs and he quick attacks, and then it can kill Rayquaza or something.
Yeah.
I don't know the details of the
It
strat,
actually sounds like you do. You named all the details.
but point being,
You named the whole strat.
exactly what he
Yeah.
wanted to do was be like, no, Rattata's good.
Right. He's one of those guys.
In
well,
other
Mal
words,
plays
no.
fucking Zelda.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. So
And,
good. I love Mal.
we only
Does
got one-
anyone
we got
know
one
Mal?
quick
Like, is
story
this a
about
Mal scene?
They
Do
prob-
people even
they
know who
probably
that
know
is?
Mal.
Wes, you probably have the most Smashboards knowledge about Mal, being the oldest school of the 4 of us, I believe.
Yeah,
messed
I
up.
mean, so he
What's your
was,
join date?
05?
Yeah, you're legit.
I want to say like maybe August 05, something like that.
What's your join date?
It's either I think it's February, either 06 or 07.
I think it's 06.
But I think it's 06.
I think
Mine's
it's
like
06.
mine's like 08 or 09. So there you go.
No clue. How do you guys remember that kind of information?
I spent so much time on Smashboards.
So
it was
did you,
insane.
you fucking idiot.
But I don't remember
You're
when
on Smashboards all day.
No,
It's
I
right
remember
next
a
to
lot.
every post that you make. It says join date right there.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
question
that's
is
where
when
my
did
eyes
you
are going
when did you
every time.
stop? Like when did you
I
stop
stopped
going on?
so long ago.
Yeah,
Wes.
so for me it was only like 4 or 5 years ago.
Right.
'cause-
Really?
Yeah.
It's been around?
Because I was in the like back room with like Ryan and the old mods and stuff, and so
Didn't
it was
they
actually
change?
what
Ryan?
Pac-Man.
Ah.
Yeah.
I was in the back room.
Yeah.
You know, I can tell you exactly. I think we talked about it on our last show. The exact moment I stopped was when they reformatted the forums and they got rid of the color names.
Yes, that was.
Because I had a purple name from being in the back room and it was so sick. And then they got rid of the purple name. I said, I have no reason to be here.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
Were you on Command Zone? What's Command Zone?
What did you just say?
I was on Command Zone. Who are they asking about? What is
Command Zone.
Are you on
Who's
the
the guy
left?
left? He's
oh,
on the
you
left
are
in
on
the
the
camera.
left.
What's
Yeah.
Command Zone?
The
That guy
Command
knows you
Zone
from Command
is
Zone.
a Magic the Gathering podcast that I am friends with the people who run it. So
You were on.
Nice.
I was
Well, I hope
on.
that maybe the next time you're on the Command
Yeah.
Zone, they go, who's the guy on the right? And was he on
was he on the
Scar
Scar Show? Yeah, no, that'll definitely happen.
And
Okay.
G-Subs asked if GOTM looks like Jake Gyllenhaal, which he gets a lot. So there you go.
There you go. Russell Crowe, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, that's basically who we got right now.
You know, I get Will Wheaton a lot. That's what people
Will
say.
Wheaton?
Yeah, they say I look like Will Wheaton.
I've never heard of that person.
Never heard of
Wow.
You've probably heard the name.
Will Wheaton?
Yeah,
Will
I've heard the name
Wheaton.
so many times, and I still don't know who that is.
I don't know who
So
it is.
Why are you
but-
enunciating the H like that?
Well, because
That's
everyone
just
says
funny,
that.
yeah.
You know, it's like a Will Wheaton thing.
Wheaton.
Who is Will?
So
Will
he
Wheaton?
Who is that?
He was on Star Trek: The Next Generation. He was the annoying
that's
kid
why I
on the
don't
ship.
know him.
And then he does a bunch of like Geek and Sundry stuff on YouTube,
Alright.
like the board game stuff with like Felicia Day and all them. So yeah,
Okay.
he's just a well-known nerd.
Yeah, super
He's,
well
a,
known.
he's a good dude.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
But Umbreon Mel.
Umbreon now.
Old school Smashboards guy, played Zelda,
Yep.
lived in Shippensburg.
Oh my god, it's almost to Pittsburgh.
Do you guys remember how grimy he was when playing Sheik? Because he would watch his opponent's hands to see which way they were attacking. He was one of those guys.
Did he really do that?
Yeah, I remember when we went to that Shippensburg tournament. People were like, "Cover up your controller when you're teching against him because he's just gonna watch it."
He's awesome.
Yeah, no, he's great.
Yeah, I love that
Wait,
guy.
that sounds
fucking sucks.
That
though.
sounds harder.
Yeah,
that
it does
doable?
because you have
Okay.
to look away from
So,
the screen.
You have to remember in 06 we didn't know how to like DI out of jab resets and stuff. So like the
it's-
flowchart
sure.
was way simpler. So it was just like see which way they are attacking and then run that way and press the grab button.
Okay.
I played the game
Because there's no
so
other mix-up.
similarly that I could probably play with my eyes closed and be just as good
Got you.
or just as bad, right? However you want to look at it. I did the same thing every single time. That's why your combo video was so good. It wasn't that good, but like,
But if it was good, it was
Right.
all because
it was only because of that.
basically you were a computer
Right.
player.
Level like 15, maybe 15,
Okay.
16.
Level 15.
That's
Yes.
pretty high
Right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's
I
like
think.
double almost.
of what they program into the game.
Yeah.
So,
It's
there
like
you go.
double if you take a certain level,
I'm rounding to the nearest,
like 5.
yeah.
it is what it is.
You're saying if you grab the ledge as Fox, you would always jump
You know,
up
no,
and
I
drill.
just did the same thing, right? Like I teched, and I would tech in place.
Actually, yes,
You know?
you literally did the exact same text every time, which I loved as a Falcon player.
Uh-huh.
It was
Oh,
super
yeah.
fun. I would hit Scottum, and he would do exactly the same thing every time.
Did he do Tekken the first time you down throw him, and then he Tekken in place the one after that?
Every time. Everyone.
Every
because
time.
it was this mind game. Like, he can't expect me to do it again.
Right.
Right.
And then I would be like, so I'm going to do it again. And then he would immediately pick up on it. And I would say, like, yeah, but again?
But now
Not
that he
this
knows,
time.
he knows
No
that
way.
I know. He won't think that I'm
right.
just dumb enough to just do it
It's
again.
like game theory.
right.
Right.
And I'm
that's-
just trying to win. And it never worked.
Right.
Ever.
How is
Not
it-
once.
Can you articulate how exactly that is game theory?
So yes, it's a video game,
Uh-huh.
and I was having a
Theorizing.
theory about it.
Okay, great.
No,
So-
that's game theory.
Yeah,
That is game
you know. So like, I bet you wish you didn't ask that.
I wish I
question.
didn't. I look stupid now.
Got him.
Is that a thing you guys would do back in the day?
No, we've never
No,
done
not
that.
at all.
I think
That's
that we would be. I would just, put my hand on my face if I did that
Back then,
But
yeah.
now I'm a dad and I can say stupid ass
Yeah,
shit.
is that a thing, by the way?
No, it definitely is. I made a dad joke recently and it was not cool. I felt really bad about it.
Do you feel
I made
like
a free food joke. You know how old people are always like, "Oh, you get free food." And it like changes the way you act because it's like you don't have to pay for the food.
Wait,
it's
I
like
don't-
not
who said
funny. I said that.
I've actually never heard of free food.
Yeah,
Wait,
I never
So
actually heard that.
remember,
Free food joke.
what I said in the beginning of the show was not entirely true. Scottum did wait outside for about a half hour before I let him in because I
Okay.
didn't have his phone number in my phone. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Even though he's Jake Gyllenhaal, he was not treated well by Jay Leno and staff.
Also messaged you on
That's right.
Facebook
Thank you.
Messenger, which
Yes.
comes with a photo,
That's
and
correct.
you can see my name
I
on there.
could have known that it was you if I looked at Facebook. I didn't do that. I apologize. And he said that he was going to beat me up as a joke.
Okay.
My counter joke, letting him into the building
Yes.
for some reason was, you'll wait till you get the free food and then you'll beat me up after.
Yeah.
Like free food.
That was a
and,
joke.
Like,
Oh.
liking me is like
I
a
hadn't-
thing that you care about.
I picked up on it.
That it was supposed to be a joke?
But it's
Yeah.
like a dad.
Okay.
It's like a not a good one.
That's complicated. That's
All
really
right.
complicated.
It's like
Actually,
a
I
your
think it's
dad
actually
joke.
too intelligent for me.
Maybe.
Oh wow, that's first from Scar.
From Scar, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes sense. I don't remember what we were talking about.
We were
I
talking
make dad
about
jokes. That sucks.
Mao.
But we were talking about Umbreon Mao, and we had one anecdote to relay about going to Shippensburg one time.
Oh
But is
my
that
god.
the only? What were we? Why were we both there?
Well, I know why you were there.
No.
Was it-
Oh no!
I know what that means.
happened as a.
I have a. Can I just
thing
stop?
that
Let me just hang on. I just want to point out. This is before
That's
we
not
get
why
out of
we were there.
ourselves. The Toph theory of why did this player go to this tournament? There's only two reasons good players go to
No.
This
out of
wasn't
region.
a tournament, dude.
Go ahead.
This
Or
was
whatever,
flat
whatever.
out-
Okay.
Towns,
No,
it
go
applies
on.
to tournaments, but it applies to everything.
Yeah.
There was a top Smash 4 player in town last week in San Francisco. I'm not going to name names because I'm not about that. But I asked him, what are you in town for? Why are you up here? Because he was visiting the Twitch
Oh,
office.
yep.
And he said, oh, you know.
Nice twist.
And I do know. The only two reasons top players go to events out of region: one, someone flew them there; two, there's a girl. That's my theory. I invented that theory about a year
think
ago.
That's a perfect theory.
Thank
yeah,
you.
I think that's
So anyway,
a perfect theory.
I interjected in this story. I shouldn't have done that, but let's get
Well,
back
no,
to.
that's a perfect theory. So,
Well, as a data point that is
Is
100%
correct.
proof that that's not why I went, was that I knew no girls in Shippensburg at the time that we went. So what do you have to say to that?
So there was a girl.
No, I knew zero girls
Nah,
in
that's not
Shippensburg
true.
at the time that we went.
Nah.
I may have met
a girl before
additional
you went.
people when I was there on the college campus,
All right. Well,
but I
that's
did not know any before we got to Shippensburg.
That's
hence my question:
beside
why are
the-
we both there? No, it's not beside the point. It
It's
is
beside the point.
Thank you. I rest my case.
beside it.
So,
And yeah, go ahead,
let's
Wes.
We'll
just-
agree to disagree.
This was not the big tournament in
This was not a
Shippensburg.
tournament.
Yeah, no, this
No.
was just you guys shooting the shit in Shippensburg.
We went up. I mean,
Yeah.
was
there
it
was
just
a reason we went up.
practice? Was it just?
There was a reason we went up.
It must have
and that
just
Star
been
really wanted to go up.
practice.
You know, he's saying this, but I know it's not true, and I don't know how to convince him. Like, how do you tell a homie that, like, no,
gotta
I
own up
know
to
what
it.
I'm talking about because
I got
was
laid.
the individual
100%
who did or
true.
did not, meet additional people while I was there. I would know.
Why did you go?
Yeah, so
Yeah, good
I
question.
went because Scar asked me to go, and he said, "You want to hang out with Mao?" So I said, "Yeah, sure, let's
Okay.
go." Right?
So we went to hang out with Mal.
So yeah, you'll see how this story sort of switches though when we're about halfway there.
Okay.
So
Go ahead.
we're halfway there, and he goes, "Hey man, tonight you mind hanging out with Mao and his friend for a little bit?
One-on-one.
Just
Or one
just
on
hang
two,
out with
it
him. I
sounds
might, whatever." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I got you. So anyway, we get there and Scar bails for the entire weekend. He's nowhere to be
It's literally
seen
not even true.
at all.
It's literally not.
100%.
I'm telling you, homie to homie, where I would tell you if it were true.
100% true.
I have never lied about anything on this show. I have told people more horrible things about
now
my
I know
past
you've
on this
lied
show.
about a lot of things
no,
on this show.
You don't.
All right, anyway, we're there, and I'm by myself because Scar, miraculously met someone
There
this
was
quickly.
a night where I went to hang out with Rake, who was also there. Rake, an old school Falco player,
Yep.
excellent at the game,
Jersey
and I had been
Falco
playing
player.
him primarily, and he'd been training me at the Verse Falco matchup. I also remember there was one session where I was beating his ass, and then we played again, and I could
Yeah,
not.
Rake was there.
I could not
I
take a
remember
stock
hanging
off
out
him.
with him and Mal.
I remember and he was like, "Oh my God, Scar, you're using Nair and 4B so well. Like, I don't know what you're gonna." He was complimenting me, and it got in my own head, and I was like, "Oh my God, I figured out Verse Falco."
Yeah.
And then I played him again the next day, and he 3-stocked me 100 times in a row. He was like,
I don't know
yeah.
what.
I forgot about
It's like
Rake,
I could
man.
feel from him that he was like. I'm
Weirded
fucking you
out.
up for-
Why
He was
am I-
like, "I'm fucking you up for free. Like,
Oh,
you
really?
suck compared to yesterday." But he wouldn't say it because he was too nice.
He was a really nice guy. Rake was,
Anyway,
Rake
I
was
went
cool.
to hang out with him one night, and I did not happen to return until very late in
No.
the morning.
No, because I was with Rake and Mal and that other kid. Remember that other kid?
You know, fuck you, Scott.
Man,
You actually
what was
don't
his
e-
name?
You're
The
just making
Pokemon player.
this-
Nah, dude, I remember, man, because I was in their
Cape
dorm
was
room.
there.
No,
So-
this was a
No,
different
Cape
time
went-
then.
All right, fine.
This
it was a different time. All right, fine. It was a different time.
Yeah. Because
Cape-
now you're
Cape
getting all
definitely-
I'm
crazy.
talking about the time where we have that thing that Mal said. That's the funny thing that we wanted to talk about because we are doing a show,
was
and that's
the
what
time
Jay
I'm
Leno
talking
does with
about.
Jake Gyllenhaal. They prep about a funny time, and then they make like it's an organic conversation.
Yeah. So anyway, we're there. We're playing Smash. So Mao is like pretty good back then.
Yeah,
Better
Mao-
than we were.
He was good.
Better than we were. He played Zelda. He was just like ahead of his time.
Yep.
And
No, I get it. I've played some
yeah.
good Zeldas.
So he would just literally, stomp people because no one really knew what they were doing. And we were all way less experienced. So this one kid, man, poor kid. I don't know who he was. This is the Pokemon player I was talking
He
about.
was just a kid that lived in the dorm.
Just a kid who lived in the dorm, and he played Young Link
I think it was
or
regular
regular Link.
slow regular Link, and he couldn't
Jesus,
wave dash.
man.
So
He couldn't do anything. He couldn't do anything.
Day 10 Link, your
Yeah.
strategy is to throw bombs.
Oh, I could take a bomb out? That's
could-
so cool.
and you could
Right.
throw them at the
Right?
other
Yep.
guy.
Yeah.
You could
You know?
up B and spin real good,
Yeah.
and throw a boomerang.
Yep.
So Mal was playing him and was absolutely fucking furious
Oh.
at this kid. He was like not even. It wasn't even a match, right? Like Mal was just taking 0% and four-stocking him over and over
But
and
Mal
over
was
again.
mad.
But he was
pissed.
furious because this kid would just roll and like take a bomb out and throw it at him,
Oh.
and he'd be like, "What the fuck? Are you kidding me?" And the kid's like, "Dude, I don't know what like
I'm doing.
Can you help? Are you just gonna run away and throw shit? I just want to fuck you."
It's
Like that's what he
actually
would
a
say,
real
like
quote.
verbatim. That's
Right.
what he
That
would
was a real
say.
quote. And we said that for probably 2 years in a
Yeah.
row afterwards. Because
At least.
the way that he said it, he was like, wow.
Wow.
Are you just going to run away and throw
Wow.
shit?
Yeah.
I just want to fuck you. And me and Scott were sitting there, like, Mal's training us how to play Melee, and we watch him fuck up this, like, day 2 Link,
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah.
he's yelling at him, and it's like, oh, my God. We came
weird.
up, we drove, like, 2.5 hours out here to
I
play
know.
with this
At
guy.
least you were up there to see a girl, but me, I mean,
I
it was
wasn't.
like,
That's
yeah.
not actually true.
I
Thank you
had to hang
for
out with
bringing
those
that up.
guys
That's
the whole
actually not what
time.
happened, but,
Man.
you know, that detail aside, that
That's
But
weird.
It was really funny. It was really,
Mal's
really funny.
nuts.
No, usually the guy that's losing is getting upset.
Correct.
You don't usually beat someone's ass and get like mad at them for it.
So mad, but like actually pissed. Like I think he needed like either a smoke break or something afterwards. He's like, I gotta take a breather. We're like, dude, you just four-stocked that kid like 16 times. What are you doing? Yeah, it was
That's
a fun
weird.
trip.
Yes.
You had a good time on that trip, right?
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Where is this place?
Shippensburg is in the
Shippensburg.
middle of fucking nowhere, PA.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is far away from
Central
everything.
PA?
Central PA. It's like 2.5 hours from both Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. It's
Okay.
just miserable.
Correct. But the one shining star of Shippensburg is that they have a convenience store named Sheets. Is that right?
Sheets
Well,
is correct.
yeah,
Yeah,
Sheets
Sheets
is
Sheer
is
out.
windows. What is it called? It's Sheets, right?
just Sheets.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
Sheets, period.
Awesome.
What are your thoughts? Because we went to Sheets
You
together,
know,
right? In the car, we
Wawa
drove.
will always hold a special place in my heart, but Sheets is really good, man.
Sheets was
Sheets
fucking
is
amazing.
really good.
So
Yeah.
being from the East Coast, I don't know what your thoughts. What are your thoughts on Wawa West?
Wawa's the greatest.
Oh, it's awesome.
What
I
about you?
miss it.
I have to give Wawa the edge. I have to, but Sheets has chili.
No.
man.
But you live out here now in NorCal. There is no Wawa. How do you feel about that?
Oh, how do I feel about that? Here's where it hits you, right? When it's like 3 in the morning, which I don't do very often anymore, but you just want to go in and like punch a screen and get a hoagie.
That's
you know?
right.
You can't do that here.
Yeah.
Everything's prepackaged at Sev or something. It's just not
Yeah.
the same. It's not the same thing.
Say Sev?
Point
Sev.
being,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what they called it.
Yeah.
It was Wawa Sev.
I mean, I can
Sev.
guess what.
Sev.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What Sev is. Wawa. The only time I ever really get to go to Wawa is when I go to CEO because they got one on that
Yes.
little block right there.
Wait, CEO, isn't that in Florida?
It
In
is.
Florida,
They have
Wawa
Wawa in
down there,
Florida.
and there's one like
No
basically on the
shit.
lot.
It's so close.
When I go to CEO, I get to go to Wawa?
Yeah.
That's right.
Is
I
it
get
the
a
same?
chicken. I get a
Is it
chicken
like the same
Scarduzio
thing?
every time. Yes, it is. It's Wawa.
Yeah?
No, the
Yes.
only reason people go to CEO, not the only reason, but the main reason I go to CEO is because it's like
Wawa.
there's
Fuck yeah.
there's a swimming pool in the hotel that everyone parties at, and then there's a Wawa like on that block.
Wow.
So everyone goes to Wawa and gets their shit that they want, and then you go to the swimming pool and you get wasted, and you have a pool party.
What do you get at
That
Wawa?
sounds great.
Whatever you want. I don't know. Like you said,
You mix it
sandwich.
up.
You can get.
I
I
don't
mean,
mix
you know,
it up.
it's
Soft pretzel. sandwich.
I don't go there. I go there once a year, right, for CEO basically. So I don't have. I
You don't have
go
your
there
order
enough
yet.
to have an order.
Right.
You're not a regular.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah,
get?
that's true. I always get a turkey Alexander.
What's that?
Sounds like
He
something.
had a turkey
That sounds like
Alexander. So
someone's
I
name.
named the chicken Scarduzio after myself because of the turkey Alexander.
That's
Okay.
true. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only reason he named it.
That's true.
It's a turkey hoagie, 10-inch classic, with provolone,
Okay.
lettuce, tomato, onion, ranch dressing, and you got to get pickles on the side. If you don't get pickles on the side at Wawa, you've either never done it or you're doing something wrong or you forgot. You know what I mean? It's like a
Sure.
thing. You got to get pickles on the side.
What if you don't get pickles on the
Well,
side?
then it's just, I can't really talk to you
I
anymore.
love.
Because
I love getting pickles on the side.
you have to do it.
When I order from Jimmy, do you have Jimmy John's on the East Coast?
Yeah, we do.
When I order from Jimmy John's, I always get a side pickle. They give you a pickle, and they deliver
That's
it
like
to
a
you.
spear.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
spear, but
yeah.
same concept.
Same concept.
Bobby's
Little bit
making
different.
this face. I know Bobby faces when I see them. Cheers.
Cheers to the Mango subs, Mango viewers.
People. Oh, hi.
Thank you for the host.
How many did he host this for?
Mango the homie, 70. How the fuck did he have 70
Mango at
viewers?
70?
I don't know, man.
Rough night for Mango.
Yeah, that's tough.
There's probably a really good reason for it. Thank you, Mango.
Thank you,
and
Mango.
all the viewers, all the good people of the nation.
70 of you.
Pickles on the side.
You don't get pickles.
I don't get pickles.
Ever.
I fucking hate pickles.
I also don't like pickles. I don't get pickles.
No, you shouldn't even say that. You should say, that's great. That's why we're good friends, because you can give me your pickles, and I say thank you for eating my pickles. I didn't even want them, and you say thank you. I like pickles a
But
lot.
it doesn't work out
Too
that
many
way.
pickles. One side of pickles is the perfect amount of pickles.
Well, then why are you upset with me if I don't want any pickles?
Because it's sort of like I know you're not enjoying life as much as you can be, and I want to make sure
good
that,
answer.
that you get to that level. You know?
That's a good answer.
Okay.
Yeah, how's about that one? You like that
I'm
one?
gonna get a side of pickles next time.
I don't want
That settles it.
pickles. No thanks.
Why don't you
But
give me my
Sheetz-
pickles? I gotta
Sheetz
make
is
up the
legit,
last
too.
time.
You know, Bobby doesn't like hot sauce either. Spicy stuff.
I do know that.
Oh, you know. This guy knows.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Bobby
Yeah,
is
you-
a
I remember like
terrible
you wanted like my last chicken strip at the Foundry, and I was like, wait a minute, I put a little bit of hot sauce on it, and I was like, is that okay? And you're like, yeah,
I
I'll
had,
just
like,
try to eat
three-quarters
it.
of
And
it.
you ate a bite of the chicken strip, and you're just making this face. I was like, you're exaggerating. You're making that
No,
face
it actually
for no reason.
did not feel comfortable in my mouth.
Was it hot? Was
Yes.
it spicy? Is that what, okay?
It was hot.
What do you got? Meatball subs. What are
Uh-huh.
the things you like
It was
in this
like
world?
buffalo
Meatball
sauce. Like,
subs,
it wasn't
pizza.
hot.
Yeah,
Meatball
no,
sandwiches.
he's the
I
worst.
love
It's
pizza. I
unreal.
love a lot of things.
You don't
man.
love a lot more than that, man.
No,
what was the
I
thing
don't.
we always
That's
used to
true.
get from that Chinese restaurant?
Probably just
Chicken
the
chip?
orange chicken or like General Tso's chicken or something.
Yeah.
We would say things that I think were a little, not quite right for the new environment.
No,
you know,
No.
2017, 2007, there are major differences in
Culture.
Culture,
Yeah.
the things that you're allowed to say
That's
on
true.
air.
That's true.
Yeah, I used to like orange chicken a lot, man.
Yeah, that was it.
We used to
Orange
get chicken chow mein.
Wait, sesame chicken too, right? Didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are like all basically the same thing, just slight difference
Different,
in the sauce.
yeah.
Right.
Very slight.
Yeah. There's still just fried chicken on a pile of rice.
Right, yeah.
Correct.
You can't really go wrong
Yeah, it's
with those. God, I remember it was like Bake House last year when we were watching Die Hard in the room with Oscar,
Yes.
and you just had this pile of orange chicken. I was like, you got like
It was so
nothing
good.
but orange chicken. I was like, how are you even gonna finish that? What is wrong?
It was super good.
Do you still go to a lot of tournaments? Or
No.
I don't know anything about the
You
scene
kind of
right
do
now.
though. You know what I mean?
I try to go to the big things.
Yeah, you go to like at least a couple big.
What are the
tournaments a
big
year.
things right now? Tell me. Like what's
Evo, Genesis, the big house.
Wait, Genesis is out here, right?
It is.
I should
It
go
is.
just for the
Yeah,
hell of
you
it.
should.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
But
I don't know, man. That
yeah, I
sounds
guess the last one was in
terrible, though.
January.
it's so good.
That
Just
just sounds really like a
I'll
bad
go. We'll hang
idea.
out.
You can hang
It'll be
out.
fun.
You know?
No, it's
Where
fun.
is it?
San Jose, downtown
all
San
right.
Jose.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's fun because with especially where it's at, it's like the San Jose Convention Center. There's like 5 hotels, all in the
Okay.
same area in walking distance.
All right.
So it really, once you're out of bracket or if you don't enter at all, it just turns into a big party.
all right, that's fair.
Smash
works.
Con is a great event. I don't know if they're doing it
There's a
again.
cocktail bar right around the corner. One of my favorite
talking
bars
about
on the planet.
Genesis?
In San Jose?
Haberdasher, San Jose.
Mm.
Right around the corner from Genesis. Yeah. Oh my God, they have hot buttered rum. It's the best drink on the
Ooh.
planet Earth.
Sounds
What,
good.
Nino, what
I
is
promise you.
what is Toph going to that I'm not? Is it the Tafo thing? Are you
Yeah,
going to the Tafo
thing. Tafo thing.
I can't go because I'm going to Philly
Oh, hype. Yeah.
this weekend. So apologies.
Show off, baby.
If it were any
long
other
are you
weekend,
going?
I would have gone. I'm going for 6 days. I had to argue Sophie up from 5.
Best cheesesteak
So
in Philly. Go.
John's roast pork.
Agreed. 100%.
No fucking way. Are you serious?
100%.
It's so
Steve's
unreal.
Prince of
agreed.
Steaks, no question.
No, it's just
I actually
not.
don't think John's roast pork. Where is it?
South
I'm
Philly.
gonna go,
And
and I will let you guys know.
It's so
John's
John's is
roast
rough.
pork.
It's like it's only open from certain windows. They're kind of soup Nazi-ish with how you do your order and
Little bit.
stuff. Yeah,
I just
it's
say
not
whiz
like,
it out.
huh?
Whiz it out.
Great.
I'm out, dude. How much money you
You're
need?
fine.
I'm out.
I would recommend getting the provolone there, but you do you, man. They're all.
I'll get a
great.
provolone with that. I really like whiz
Yeah.
on my cheesesteak.
All right, you do
Bad-
you, man.
bad news.
Cheese whiz, is that?
Yeah.
Well, then I'll get a fucking provolone with that.
Calm down. All right,
At Hogs. What's this?
Jesus,
Prime
we're just talking about
roast.
cheesesteaks.
I know,
It's
like
Prime-
we're having a nice, friendly discussion about cheesesteaks.
Oh my God.
He's freaking out over here.
Cheese Whiz like Mao.
Wow! Wow!
Wow. Wow. Jesus Christ, Scar. Jeez, man. These are
unreal.
nice shoes, man.
So-
Where'd you get
Yeah,
these?
thanks, man. You know, I got these. I was remembering a conversation that I had with you and Darnell back in the day. You know, I actually did not have any nice shoes, and you would leave me out in some discussions. You'd say like, you know, we got the Nikes, we got some Nikes. You know, you don't have any Nikes, and I'd be like, no, I actually don't.
So you got.
And then I got myself a pair of Nikes.
'Cause
You know,
you
just
thought-
to kind of feel cool with the people who I think are cool people. You know, I wanted to fit in with my friends.
You thought those
so that's
were,
why I bought them.
nice.
I did actually. I think that these particular shoes are quite nice. You don't? You don't think so?
I'm just asking what your thoughts are.
God damn it!
They're okay. I don't know if they match the green pants, but
I think you look great, Bobby.
Thanks, Toph.
No problem, man.
Fuck you, Scott.
that's actually funny. So I'll tell you why.
It actually is funny.
I'll tell you why
It
that's
actually
funny.
is funny.
Yeah.
Scar and I used to we used to have
We
like
had a
our own
particular
little
way of
language.
talking.
Yeah, we had a particular way of talking.
Yep.
And one of the quirks of our language was we would say "fuck you"
To end a phone call.
to end a phone call,
Just
or
in
even
general
like,
as a
yeah,
salutation.
right.
Fuck you.
Yes, but if we were on the phone, it sort of implied that the phone call was over.
Yep.
So there was one time where we were talking on the phone, and I think I just said "fuck you" like out of nowhere, sort of a random response to whatever he said, and he was like, "Where you going, man?"
I was like, wait, you have to go? Like what? And I remember you just cracked up.
Yeah, cracked up.
I was like, well, that's how we always say goodbye. So.
"Oh, it's so funny."
It's like, no, I just,
And Pac-Man, unfortunately, like he would watch all of these interactions.
He
and
hated us.
Yeah.
you could see him get more and more angry because we used to be really close and good friends.
Yeah.
Is it like older?
Yes.
What's his deal?
Yeah, but not
A
much.
little
He's
older.
2
So,
years.
so it goes Pac-Man, Mogwai, Scar, GOTM in
Yeah.
age, and we're all close, but like it's
Yeah.
like a year apart each of us. I
So
think.
anyway, but just to wrap this up so that you know exactly what we're talking about, what did you think of my commentary, Mewtwo King versus Mango at ROM 1?
Oh my God.
You basically thought it was the best commentary ever,
That was
right?
the
Yeah, it's
best.
the best commentary
it's
ever.
so good.
It is.
That was literally just me imagining that
was
you
that-
were sitting there with me.
Wait, who was it? Mewtwo King and
Mango.
Mewtwo King and Mango.
and it's
I
just
complained
Bobby
about
talking about.
Jigglypuff.
Look
was
at
playing
Jigglypuff.
Jigs, right?
Yeah, it was.
Oh my God.
I think my
Jig
favorite
sucks, dude.
part is where
Fuck
you say
Jigglypuff.
Yeah.
you say like how she can just get an up throw and you just die, and like
Yeah.
as you say that, like Mewtwo King up throw uppers the Puff and the Puff dies. It's like, wait, are you watching the fucking
I was
match?
not
but-
watching.
He was
I was
he
not
was-
watching.
He was just complaining.
It's like literally the things you're saying are happening for the other player.
We used to. I remember when you were over my apartment about to go to the Genesis that you went to, where you placed pretty well,
I plays pretty
and
well.
the whole time.
6th place, it to be
I
exact.
don't know. Does anyone know
right.
how
That's
fucking
right.
cocky you were before you got there?
I don't
I
even
do.
remember.
I saw
to
the
be
Smash
honest.
Bros posts.
Oh yeah, he was all over
Oh
Smash
yeah, I
Bros.
was
Oh.
talking so
He was
much
literally
shit.
in my face like, dude, I can beat Mango, man. I could
Okay, well.
definitely, I can definitely do it, man. He plays like he's been practicing. I got this, and then
Yeah.
he just gets destroyed.
Yeah,
I
got
think
shit
I
from
think
him.
Mango gave you like a Smash Bros shout out. Like shout outs to Scar for making it to winter semis, giving me the easiest semis round of
the
my
easiest
life.
semis of all time. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mango.
Which is kind of a compliment. You made it to semis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also
we'll take it.
yeah, right. We'll take it.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
Oh
I thought that was funny. Yeah, you got fucked up. I remember that. I've seen that said like 4 times.
That was pretty cool. Though. You did place pretty high for.
yeah.
For
You
the
fucked
first
up
time
Mango
over
and
there.
teams.
You did.
Yep.
Mango
Sounds
and
good.
Lucky, they got destroyed.
Who'd you play with?
Dark.
The Jigglypuff from New England. You remember that
From
guy?
Maine?
No, I don't remember that guy.
Do you
From
remember
Maine?
going up to? We went up to Mass Madnesses, right?
Yeah, it was up
No.
to Boston.
You never
Come
went to
on.
Mass Madness.
No.
You never went.
No, I don't know what that is.
So he
What
de-
about
he
Event
definitely
52?
I don't know.
Did you ever
Mass
go to Event
Madness.
52?
Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah, I remember that. That was the worst.
that was pretty miserable. That
Yeah.
one.
Do you remember teams at Event 52?
Oh my god, we
It
did
was-
so good, man.
Did we?
Yeah,
Do
we
you-
got like
I don't remember
fifth
much
place.
about it.
Yeah,
How did we
I
get
did
fifth?
not go to Mass Madness. Don't twist this up, man. I wasn't there with you.
I'm not saying that.
But
I'm
Event
asking you what
52.
happened in teams at Event 52. I don't remember.
We got 5th place.
How did we do that? Was there any notable?
I think there was like a pretty good moment that you
Sets or
had,
anything like
probably. No, that was actually a pretty badass moment.
Mm.
That was who was that? That was Rain-X
Uh,
and the Gannon guy.
Because he's never listened to anything I said. I'm trying to corroborate.
Long-haired Gannon guy from Canada. Who was it? Does anyone know?
Long-haired?
Yeah.
He plays Marth sometimes. What's his name? He's the Canada guy.
Canada
Is
guy.
it Euphoria?
Yes.
That guy sucks.
That's it.
That
How
guy
did you
sucks.
even pull
How did
that
you
out
know?
of your head?
That guy
You're
sucks.
nuts, dude.
Holy shit. Well, that was awesome that you remembered his name because that was going to bug me.
He
But
played Ganon?
Yeah, he played Ganon
That's
against
fucking
us. I died pretty early, as was the norm. Scar got really good at 2v1 in that tournament.
Oh. 1v2.
1v2, yeah. And he ended on like was it a double stomp, double knee?
Oh, wow.
I literally don't remember. You've told me this story more
I
times.
got
so I
up,
remember
I think
it
I
from
hugged
what
you and
said.
lifted you into the air. Well, we did pretty well, man. We got 5th place out of like, I don't know how many teams.
Do you remember? You remember the first night at Dark Rain's house? You remember going all that way to Event 52 and then going to Dark Rain's house?
Yeah.
That was pretty fun, right?
Yeah, that you convinced me to go to that tournament. And I'd never gone out of state really, like to New York. And we're flying there, and I'm like so excited. And we get to this house, like Dark Raid's gonna house a whole bunch of people. It's gonna be awesome. All these smashers that you've been
Fucking
wanting to
sick.
meet, like it's gonna be a cool time. And we get in there, and Dark Raid's like, "Hey man, I emptied out my 2nd floor. I think his sister lived there. She moved or something. And it was in Kansas City,
Yeah.
Kansas, which I thought it was in Missouri. I didn't know there was a second one until
I
we got
didn't
there.
either.
And then we're there, and it's cold as shit. And he had a hardwood floor and nothing
Oh,
else. Nothing else. And there was like probably 50 people sleeping in that fucking floor, man. And I just like laid there. Cactus got the bed. I don't
There's
know
like
how
a
that
futon
happened.
kind of thing.
Yeah, he claimed it. And I'm like with my jacket like through like the front of me, trying to use it as a blanket. Oh my god, that was the worst sleep I think I ever got in my entire life.
I always say that like you're not really. Well, I don't want to be inclusive, but I feel like you're not really a true smasher unless you've been there.
You're not an
Yeah.
old school smasher.
You're not
that's
an
for
old school
sure.
smasher, that's for sure.
Unless you've been on the
Oh,
floor.
I've had some
miserable.
awful.
Yeah,
For
Awful
some reason,
sleeping
like everyone was
experiences.
playing Melee, and me
Ugh.
and you decided we were gonna go to bed.
we went to bed early.
And me and you were up on that 2nd floor
Pretty early.
alone on the hardwood floor complaining about like every single decision we made to get to that point in our lives. Like how the
Yeah.
fuck are we sitting on this hardwood floor in like 40
Kansas.
degrees in Kansas? Like was this a good idea?
Yeah.
No.
I think like we would see this little like bench outside that would swing back and forth, and it would like hit the door every now and then, and we'd be like just fucking like every time it hit the door, just like god damn it, fucking bench, man. Like I just want to go home.
Do you remember
so
lamb
bad.
chops at that tournament when we were outside and like there was like we heard gunshots. I've never heard gunshots in my
Yeah.
life. Do you remember this?
Yes, you have.
I had never heard gunshots.
You
I'm
heard
not even
gunshots
kidding.
in Kansas?
We've heard gunshots in Philly.
I had never heard them. Not on Penn.
He's heard
not on Penn's
gunshots.
campus.
Oh,
maybe
that's
maybe
right.
on the Drexel campus you hear them.
Penn.
I didn't hear shit, dude.
Yeah, that's true. We heard shit.
You know, I actually almost
But-
went to school UPenn.
Oh, you should have. Dude, we would have had a blast.
I would have
been
been.
homies.
I would have been an entirely different smasher.
He was
I
a
think.
CS.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We would have been homies.
We would have been
We
homies.
would have been
man.
homies. I got in. I pussied out last night. I decided I don't want to move all the way to the East Coast. I'm going to stay on the West Coast. I went to University of Washington instead.
Were you like a pretty good student?
That's a really important question.
Because like
I was a great student in high school.
we would have.
And then I went to college.
We would have been good friends.
No, I was fine.
Yeah.
I got to
Were you a good
college.
student in high school?
Oh, man. My
Pretty
first
good.
semester
I was
in college
pretty
was a
good.
fucking wake-up call.
Yeah.
I tried to adopt all my high school habits to college. That shit did not work. No, I was
Who
not
do
a
you
kid.
think did worse in college, me or you?
Me.
Whoa.
Actually, I don't know, man.
I've heard some stories
I
about
don't know.
Scar's
Because
college
we
days.
did it together.
Yeah, we were in that together, man. We were in that. You know, we
Well,
made it.
there was a whole
we made
crew
it,
of
We
you,
did
man.
make
right?
it.
It was
We
the-
did make it. Cheers.
What'd you guys
How
call
come,
yourselves?
why am I destroying you guys? I'm way ahead.
Can
Oh,
I?
all
Can
right,
I?
never mind.
Can you hit me?
I've been waiting for a while.
Kimmy,
But
though.
remember,
No,
I had a
nobody
beer.
asked.
I had a beer as
Am I
well.
the sommelier? Is that why?
Yeah, you're
Am
the
I the guy?
sommelier.
We're almost out, dude.
Didn't you guys call yourselves like
We're
the
gonna have to-
Struggle Squad or something?
No,
was that
no,
a thing?
no,
that was not
no.
us. That
That
was
was
a
not you.
different.
That was other people.
A
No,
different
shout
group.
outs to Darnell
There's
for
not
that.
much else in left.
Classic
No,
yayo.
you can kill it.
Okay.
It's fine.
We'll see how much
I
there
had a
is.
second.
No, I think you might have. We both had our moments, man. That
So
was a rough year.
I lived. This is my junior year, I believe. I
Yeah.
lived in a house, and I played roller hockey for maybe like 2 seconds,
Okay.
and I decided that I would
I didn't
live
even
with the
know that.
roller hockey
I had
team
no idea.
for the following year. And the roller hockey guys were all getting in a house together, and I was thinking to myself, like, okay, this is my opportunity to be like friends
Yes.
with people at college, which
Yeah.
I had failed to do.
Was that Bo?
That was Bo.
Fuck Bo, man. Sorry.
So you're skipping, fast forwarding in the story.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
And I'll fast forward as well. It turns out that I did not continue to play roller hockey and
Right.
and I had a very antagonistic relationship with everyone else I lived with because I would have many people over
Playing Smash.
playing Super Smash
Smash
Bros.
Bros.
Melee, in the living room and
The other room.
and we
Right.
would stay awake and
Play
we
beer
would play
pong.
beer pong in
Yep.
the house, and he wasn't down to play with us, and I didn't play roller hockey even though that was the purpose of the house. And,
Yeah.
Was that
so
the same
Bo
place
didn't like
with?
me very much.
Was that the same place with Bama or no?
Oh, yes.
It was the same place.
Okay.
Shout outs to Bama.
So,
he had a kid.
we used to play Melee all the time.
He'll watch this, probably.
He did have a kid?
Yeah.
How do you know?
I
Facebook?
follow him on, yeah.
With who? Not with, what's her name, right?
I don't know. It's a good story.
Oh.
We should keep talking about Bama if who no one knows.
Oh, we're going to get to Bama.
Okay.
But, to get there, there was that one tournament where the Pittsburgh guys came, and
Oh my
I was
God.
so
Yep.
happy because, Wes, obviously, my super homie, all the way out in Pittsburgh, we didn't get to see each other very much, but we were basically friends. We told this on the last show from back in El Kama Sutra's tournament.
Yep.
You remember that guy?
I do.
JD?
JD.
I love that guy.
That
He
guy.
was the best.
He had the
so
best
cool.
hair, man.
It was great.
You know, he went to Genesis.
Did he?
I hung out with him at
Just,
Genesis
the
this
recent
past
one?
year. Yes.
I'd
What?
like to see
Wait.
that guy again.
El
went to
Kama
G4.
Sutra. He walked up to me and he was like, "Hey, man," and I was like, "Hey, what's up, dude?" He was like, "Do you know who I am?" I was like, he was like, "I'm El Kama Sutra." I was like, Jesus
I would've lost
fucking
my
Christ, are
mind.
you
I would have lost my
serious?
mind too.
Yeah.
No, I
no, he was
flipped
the
out.
best.
We played Melee. We had a good time. We hung out.
Who was that kid? Sorry, this is a complete aside, but at your parents' house, he came with Eggum. Not Velocity. He was playing. He used to play Link, I think. Shoot,
I have
his name?
no idea who you're talking about.
He's from
There were-
Jersey Smasher. I can't remember the kid's name. Such a cool kid, though.
What was cool about him?
Just a nice guy.
That was a great story, Scott.
Oh, I'm trying to remember his name. That'll make
Yeah.
it nice and nostalgic.
Is
Do you remember
it-
Toph? Did you
was he
ever hang
good?
out with Toph?
He was pretty good. Who? Taupe?
I remember someone who used to go to the Jersey tournaments and played Link, and his name was just Blue Link. He just called himself Blue
it Blue
Link. He
Link?
played
No, it wasn't
Blue
Blue
Link.
Link.
He came to my house.
Yeah, he
in
was at your
Philly.
house.
Was
Yeah.
it Sklur or whatever?
I remember
No,
Sklur.
no, no.
Sklur was like
I remember
New
Sklur.
Hampshire
I remember
or
Sklur.
something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever. Anyway, keep going. Bama and your house. Have fun with that story.
So
Who's Bama?
We'll get there.
I feel like you're putting this off, Bobby.
So, well, no, because remember the tournament where you guys all came, Smashpocalypse?
Yes,
You remember
yes.
I used to run tournaments. I don't know if you ever helped me set up a Smashpocalypse ever. I don't
No,
think
I
you
was
did.
usually just there hanging
Yeah.
out.
Actually,
thank you.
I was trying to remember this. Where did the like catastrophe plus Smash? Where did that start? Was that
The
TSA thing?
Smash-tastrophe?
Well, there's Smash-tastrophe. There's Smash-pocalypse. Didn't we both kind of steal that from?
Yeah,
Smash-occur.
you guys did.
Smash-occur.
Yes, that was it.
Smash-occur.
Smash-occur was the
And those
original.
were WAS tournaments.
TSA
Right?
was, yes.
Yep.
Cool.
That's pronounced
You remember
Smash.
the,
Smash-occur.
remember the,
Because I've seen those videos on YouTube, but I've always thought in my head
Smash-occur.
that was Smash Acre.
Nope.
remember the
Smash-occur.
nice young lady
Massacre,
who
but
used to
Smash-
be
No, I
behind
learned.
the front desk at Smash-occur? Do you remember her? What was her name?
How
I can't remember. You know what I'm talking about, right?
is this
Possibly.
Bama? Are we now on Bama?
No, we're nowhere near Bama.
I know you're
We've
Are you talking
diverted
about
off of
the
Bama.
nice young lady?
Yeah, it was
used
not
to bring
Emma
donuts?
Lord. It was
Uh,
Emma Lord, right?
Chloe?
Chloe.
I love the
Okay.
phrase.
You
You
remember
know,
Chloe?
I associate the phrase.
I was thinking of someone completely different.
I knew where Bobby was going with that.
Yeah.
I associate the phrase "nice young lady" with you. I only ever hear you,
You know,
use the
and you
word.
keep telling these stories, right? And then no one believes me that we went up to
No,
Shippensburg for a reason.
no, because we went to Shippensburg at least 2 times.
Hey.
The time that I was talking about
Hey,
is
remember the
fir-
nice young lady at the desk? You remember her?
Absolutely.
Oh, I would never go up to Shippensburg for a girl.
No, I would
Ever.
do it, and in fact, I have done it. It's just not that same tournament. That's all I'm saying. Jesus Christ, you're following what I'm saying, right?
Yeah,
there
no,
are
I hear-
multiple
I hear what
times
you're
where I went to Shippensburg. The first time is when I met someone who later I would return to see, but that's not the same time as the first time that I went.
Okay.
For some reason, Jake Gyllenhaal doesn't fucking get it.
All right.
Do you
Just, you
think?
know,
do you
well,
think Leno actually
have
treats
to believe
Gyllenhaal
you.
like this?
No, Jay Leno would never treat
He's a
Jake Gyllenhaal
gentleman.
like this. Jay Leno would probably have let him drink wine before the show, not wait
Yep.
to pour it out on camera because he thinks he looks cool pouring it in other people's glasses. And he would probably not maybe wait out for 30 minutes in the windy Bay Area weather, freezing to death.
it's really not that cold.
It's beautiful out.
It's gorgeous.
It's beautiful out.
Really
today.
funny. Yeah, it's actually really warm today.
It's so nice. I'm actually it's like so much better being out there than next to this asshole inside.
That's
yeah.
really funny.
So okay, girls and Scar and Mog and what else?
Okay,
I'm talking
great.
about?
All right, let's get back to the Bama track. How did we get off the Bama?
So- is Bama a Smash
we're
player?
in the house in Philadelphia where I was living on Penn campus, and I had all the Pittsburgh guys at the house because they came out for Smash Apocalypse.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And I remember, we had a great time. The tournament was great. We played a little bit of Melee at night. We went to bed. And, of course, at tournaments, you go to bed way late, right?
Yeah.
And you generally sleep in until, like, noon, 1 o'clock. You get some food, and then people drive back. That's, like, the script.
Yep.
Bo, however.
Wait, do you see the Zambot for Gotham's Twitter?
Perfect.
Bo, however,
Yep.
woke up at a normal person's time. And I remember he woke up and,
Okay, I remember this.
walked down the stairs. And for some reason, the image is burned into my mind, although I'm not sure that I was awake and watched this happen.
Uh-huh.
I feel like maybe I just had a dream that was clairvoyant.
Okay.
And I remember Bo stepping over the outspread limbs of like 5 people from Pittsburgh sleeping on the floor
That
in our
happened.
living room.
Yeah. As
You know,
is.
I don't know how I remember this
No, it
because I don't
happened.
think I was awake, but I just
was awake.
know that it happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I remember just at some point, like, he lost it, right? He snapped.
Yeah. Like-
do you remember, like,
Yeah, he snapped. He got really pissed off. He kicked everyone out. And I think you had said
he kicked everyone out or he tried to kick everyone
he
out?
tried to kick everyone out. You had some conversation the previous night on AIM. Remember AIM, by the way?
Yeah, I remember him.
That probably
Beautiful service.
Yeah, and he was just like, "Man, you never told me we were." And you're like, "Check the logs." Just remember, you kept screaming, "Check the
I just
logs."
had this like killer argument where I felt like I killed him, and then I remember I punctuated it with "check the logs."
that
Like, go
was
back
like
and check the
That's
AIM
a
logs.
line. Yeah, I
know,
got
that,
you.
That
that was
became
a great
you.
line.
check the logs became a thing.
Yeah, it was a great line. Yeah, Bo was an asshole. I hated that guy. I woke
See,
up
and this
one
is
day,
what I
man.
live with, but in
Yeah.
retrospect, 5 years later
Yeah.
or however many years later, I think about this poor guy who just wanted like a good night's sleep and
Right.
like we wouldn't let him do it. But
Right.
at the same time, back in the day, I was like, you know what, fuck Bo.
Fuck
We,
this guy.
we were
Fuck
total
this
dicks,
guy.
man.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
were,
we sucked.
Yeah, we did suck.
But whatever.
Yeah.
I also-
Everyone sucked at that age.
And after the school year, Bo moved away, and we had to sublet.
Okay.
And we found a nice man to sublet the apartment who lived in the basement who I don't remember his name to this very day.
Paul Simmons.
Was this not a Smash player?
No,
It
not a
was
Smash
definitely
player.
Paul. Tell me I'm wrong. Right?
It's Paul Simmons.
Paul
Yeah.
Simmons.
But he insisted, don't call me Paul, call me Bama.
I want to be called Bama. That's my name.
And he was from Alabama.
Okay.
And what Bama loved to do was stay up with us and get high as fuck.
Yep.
He was smoking out of his bong 100% of the time that I saw him. And
Never-
he was the first person who
never
I
seen
saw
someone
with a
smoke that much.
Mac laptop that plugged HDMI into the TV that we had and would just watch movies from...
He was way ahead of his time.
He was...
Yeah.
No, seriously. Like, what you just said is actually true because I was like...
That's what
are
I
you
do now.
He
Yeah.
was so
Right?
far... He was a genius, actually, in his own way.
He's a
Yeah.
genius.
Bama.
Okay.
He got into UPenn, which I still to this day find
Yeah,
incredible.
questionable.
He probably explained his HDMI strategy to them, and they were like,
Probably
"That's
did.
genius. We need you."
I
Insane.
smoke weed and plug my HDMI into the television set.
Yeah.
I don't even know what accent I just did. And they were like,
pretty good.
shit, man, like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're in.
You're
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
And I don't
Thanks.
remember many anecdotes about Bama. We also subletted to a different individual
You
whose
don't
name was
remember
Sasha.
many.
I just remember the
The door. Yeah.
where just one night we were hanging out. You were over for some reason. Well, Scott and our other friend Darnell,
Yeah.
who we met through the Drexel Gaming Lounge, by the way, which we have yet to talk about. That's like where I came up. It's where we all learned how to play Melee, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Cactuar, Chibo, the classics.
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
Quick question. Quick aside. Did you go to Drexel or UPenn? I thought you
I
went
went to UPenn. I
They're
spent most
right
of my
next
time
to each other.
Okay.
on Drexel.
Okay,
share
that
a
makes
campus,
sense. That
yeah.
makes sense. Just getting the geography.
Yep.
Maybe
sorted
like
out.
a 10-minute walk from
Okay.
my dorm to the gaming lounge.
Got it.
Chocobo.
Dude, wait, oh
Hawk?
my God.
What did he go by? He went by
Connor,
Chocobo, right?
Yeah.
Connor.
Connor,
But
yeah.
what did he
Chocobo.
go by?
Yeah, Chocobo.
Yeah.
There was something different, too.
He did Chocobo, and then he changed it to Beat at one point.
Yeah, he was a tag soul searcher. You know, some people look for their mains. He was
Yeah.
searching for his tag.
I was just
Yeah.
Wesley for a year.
Sexiest Samus on the East Coast. That's what
That's
he
true.
used to say.
I remember that.
Yeah. But, yeah, man. Drexel Game Room. That was pretty classic.
Yes, it was. And
I got honestly, if I spent more time there, I mean,
you would have been amazing.
Cactuar got everyone really good. Yeah,
Oh, Roy Kid. Do you remember Roy Kid?
dude, Roy Kid, man, he reached out to me. He was just here. I missed out. I should have met up with him. I was busy.
Yeah, he was here.
You guys all right?
Spencer's.
Yeah, Spencer's just
Spencer,
the
if
best.
you have something to say, you can just talk. You have a mic.
That's not his style.
That's
Yeah.
style. Yep. Okay.
do you
all right.
remember?
And there's more.
Do you remember that one thing? No, you remember. We can't talk about that.
Well, one thing.
Roy Kid, eventually found a nice lady
Yeah.
himself.
nice lady, dude.
Oh my
There was, yeah. Mhm.
Oh.
All my best friends are here.
Yeah, we should just not.
No,
we should not
probably-
even.
We should definitely tell it though, probably.
But Darnell, we met through the Drexel Game Lounge. Darnell,
Yeah, seriously, Darnell's the greatest.
we were like the
person on
three
planet Earth.
musketeers. Me, you, and Darnell.
Oh man, Darnell leads into another really good story, but yeah,
Which
we
is
can
what? Go ahead. Perfect
Well,
segue.
Six
And
Flags.
then, ooh.
That's too far.
We can do
out
that
there.
one right after.
All right.
I want to hear
But-
this one.
Six Flags story is pretty much just a classic, you know.
Okay.
That's the worst day,
Oh,
the
yeah,
worst
it's the worst day
and
of
the
my life.
best day of my life still to this
the worst day of
to
my
this
life.
point.
Excellent.
Mhm.
Worst day of your life.
Yeah.
And the
Okay.
best.
Yeah, in some ways.
And the best.
Yeah. You know, some being born, and
Okay.
then maybe Six Flags.
But I
or,
don't remember
you know, probably.
Yeah.
It's a toss up.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I guess we were playing beer pong.
Yeah.
I feel like Bama did something a little weird when we played beer pong. By the way, we took beer pong very seriously.
Sure.
Super seriously.
Beer pong.
They had regulation
Melee.
tables,
Regulation
Yes, we did.
tables.
Okay.
Two
yes,
of them.
we did.
like that level of serious.
Yes.
Beer pong.
World Series of Beer Pong cups
Yes.
and balls.
Yes.
Man, we would go
Two
through probably
tables.
12 cases of
We
natty a
had two
week.
setups.
Yeah, 2 tables. I said that.
Did you say two
You
tables?
can repeat what I said.
I
It's
didn't know
fine.
if you actually said
No,
that.
that's fine. You can repeat everything I say.
Cool.
Tournaments
And
on,
I feel like
like,
Bama did something weird when it came to beer pong. Maybe he played weird rules.
I just don't think he liked it very much.
Hmm.
I don't like beer pong. I want to smoke and play my HDMI cable.
That's spot on.
Sounds like a genius.
So
It's like
one
a
night,
weird. It's like Bill Clinton mixed with like I don't know.
They're saying it's like if Shroomed went to UPenn.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
If Shroomed
So
went to
one night, Bama got like, literally, he was so drunk, like drunker than I had ever seen him in my life.
messed up. Yeah.
And me and you were sitting in the living room, right? We were just chilling. I don't know if anybody else was there. And what he just had to get down.
Ryan,
so,
Pac-Man was there.
Okay, and Pac-Man was there, and he just needed to go from the living room to his room, which was in the basement. And there was a door, you know, in the way that generally you open and walk down the stairs. But for some reason, Bama was so drunk that night
this is the greatest.
that he actually like assaulted the door. Like he like shoulder rammed it and it didn't. I remember the first time he tried it didn't work and he actually hurt himself pretty bad.
Oh yeah, he was messed up for a while.
And then like I think he just like kicked the door between, you know, where he's trying to go and
You know, like
behind the door.
the little squares like in the door. You know?
Yeah.
He kicked one of them out
kicked it
completely.
super hard and the door just
He
like
just nailed it right out, man.
and
what
so
a beast.
you know, me and
Jesus.
Scott are, you know, it's very similar to the Mal quote where we're just sitting there, right? We were just sitting there and we witnessed this happen in front of us with our eyes, and it's like at some point you just look at each other and you're like, is he? What
But
is
we
he
weren't
doing?
downstairs. We just heard this.
No, we were in the living room.
Yeah, but this was in the basement.
Yeah, he kicked to get in the. No, he did it. There was a door from the living room to go down the stairs.
You're right. You're right. I wasn't watching.
And so he goes downstairs, and me and Scott are just like looking at each other. We're like kind of laughing and trying to keep it to ourselves. And you know, maybe like only like 2 or 3 minutes pass, and he comes back up, and he looks at us like. Obviously, he's drunk as fuck.
Yeah.
But you know how drunk people have a moment of clarity?
Moment of clarity.
He just looked at us
Yes.
and matter-of-factly, he said, I think this door suffered irreparable damage.
Oh man, I gotta tell you, man, that's exactly what happened. I swear.
It was just like,
Yeah, dude.
And then
Yeah, I think so.
the best part is he took one of our beers and walked right back downstairs and didn't even say another word.
Oh no.
Asshole.
that's Bama.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah, it was so funny, man. Oh my god.
And then we probably just played beer
That door
pong.
was messed up for so long. It was never fixed.
No, it was never fixed.
Duct tape over it. That became like the joke of the apartment.
Yeah.
Man. You just saw it every time. This broken up door.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Irreparable.
Irreparable damage.
Irreparable damage. Oh my god.
Freaking
So there's this
Bama.
other time at your apartment where I forget what we were doing. It was just me, you, Darnell, and I think one other person, but they left or something.
Who
was the other
Six
person? No,
Flags
there was
night?
one other person. It wasn't Renth. And for some reason, my brain is telling me Renth lived in.
No.
It was it a Ganon player, and he was a little weird.
Which story is this?
That sounds like
The
Ren.
Six
I
Flags
don't
story.
know any non-weird.
No, it
Ganon
was no
players.
Smashers.
Someone
That
else
actually doesn't
came
narrow
over.
it down with Ganon players.
I don't think so, man.
A weird guy. He smoked spirits, I think.
That was probably me.
We smoked a lot of cigarettes at the time.
Yeah, we did. That
You
was
did not
bad.
smoke spirits at the time.
No, we didn't. No. That was bad. But it's a really important part of the story.
It is.
I don't think there was any Smashers there, man.
There was someone else. I don't remember who it was. He played Ganon. And he
Okay.
moved away, I think. And you thought he was super cool. I thought he was a little weird.
Oh, you're right.
See? Do you remember his name?
Yeah.
I literally
No, I
can't
don't remember
remember
his
his name at all.
No.
But I remember when he looked like Renth to me.
He might have.
Renth was like nondescript white dude though.
Yeah.
Like,
With like
What are you
long
talking
hair,
about?
kind of.
I don't remember Renth having long hair. I remember Renth having like the crew cut.
If I'm being completely honest, I don't remember Renth at all.
Cool.
That's
Anyway, someone was over. Right? There's the setup. Darnell was definitely there. And we were playing Pong.
Establishing, you know.
Yep.
And we were playing. So our thing, right? We had this thing. We would play Smash. Whoever lost Pong would play Smash, and we were really freaking good at Pong. So the winners would stay on the table for a really long time, and the games would also last for a really long time because they'd always go to OT, like 2, 3, sometimes 4 times. Yeah, yeah. So we all got really good at Smash and beer pong at the same time. So that was like our thing. We'd always just have cases of beer. And I remember one night we were playing till like probably 3, 4,
Early in the
4:30
morning.
came around. Yeah, and then Scar and I went outside to smoke, and we were just chilling until the sun came up, and we were just hanging out there.
Well, the main reason that we stayed up that late was that Darnell, who
Yeah.
for many years shared with us this true story, which is in no way made up, that he was a bartender in New York.
Okay.
Despite the fact that he was quite young,
Right.
Maybe 20, 21, he was employed gainfully as a bartender in New York for many years. And he had a drink called the Darnell Special. And mysteriously, the Darnell Special would switch ingredients every time he would make it.
Okay.
It seemed to be
You gotta know a
whatever
little
ingredients he had available to him mixed together.
Yeah.
And then he would serve
With
that
Sprite.
as
Plus Sprite. Whatever, plus Sprite.
As
That
the
was
Darnell Special.
Yeah.
this
Yo,
night.
bro. I'm going to make you the Darnell Special.
Yes.
All right, what's that, man? I'm going to put Smirnoff and Sprite. Be like, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, sounds like a nice special drink.
However, this night, the Darnell Special, if you recall,
Can I interject?
Yes.
Sure.
The Darnell Special sounds like a sort of alcoholic beverage version of when you name things and mail it after yourself.
Damn, maybe you got it from Darnell. Cop out.
Go
piece
on.
Of shit.
Sorry. I didn't have to do you like that, but go ahead.
there may be something to that, though.
Yeah.
There may be something to that. But this night, it was Jägerbombs.
Yeah.
Jägerbombs with a Darnell Special.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know what a Jägerbomb is, it is Jaeger
And Red Bull.
and Red Bull.
And Red Bull. Yeah.
I think there might be one other ingredient in the
No, that's
classic
it.
canonical Jaeger.
Those
No,
are
it's
the
the
only
Irish
two.
car
Shot of
bombs.
Jaeger, drop it in
Irish
the
car
Red Bull.
bombs
Yeah.
have like
Irish
barely
It's
car
more
bombs
how
have-
you do it. It's
Yeah,
more about
exactly.
the...
Yeah, it's not a mixed drink.
It is the tasteless build. Yes, Wombology. Tasteless does the exact same thing.
Yeah, okay.
He just calls everything tasteless
The
build.
taste is spilled. Perfect.
And so we were riding the high of Jaeger bombs.
But you forgot how he served the Jaeger bomb.
I remember. Please fill us all in though.
So we stayed in this piece of shit apartment in West
was a
Philly,
terrible
like
apartment.
just so bad, and it was some like older couple's apartment that they were renting out. So Darnell found this like old piece of silver dishware. What do you call that? I don't know what you call that thing.
it's like a thing.
It's like a thing. It's
You
like
put it in
you see
the-
it in like your grandmother's home. It's like a nice fancy.
It's like a plate.
I
like
know
a
exactly
serving
what you're
tray.
talking
Yeah,
about.
and it's
I
got
bet,
like
yeah.
little curly edges to it.
I've only
you
seen
know?
that in my grandma's house. I
Yeah,
don't know
you've
what
only
it is.
seen it in your grandma's house. So Scar and I are outside, and we drank all night long,
Mm-hmm.
man, just like feeling just miserable. And Darnell walks outside with this silver tray and 3 Jaeger bombs on it and like solo cups. Like this nice silver tray with like 3
Perfect.
solo cups on it. Yeah, so that's how we took our Jaeger bombs. And then we were wired.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
wired after that.
So we were up, through the night. We kept playing beer pong, and at some point it was like, all right, I'm kind of done. I'm kind of over it. I don't know. I guess Darnell went to bed or whatever.
He went home.
We got hungry, so we ate what we usually ate, which is we went to 7-Eleven and got some taquitos.
White Castle hamburgers.
Yeah, White Castle hamburgers were a staple.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, we're sitting on the steps, and we're just like, dude, the sun's about to come up. Do you want to go to Six Flags, the amusement park?
Probably a Tuesday morning, by the way. It's not like it was a weekend
Is
or
this
anything. Like we had class.
You would okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't remember who suggested it or who said yes, but somehow it was like, do you want to go to Six Flags? And I was like, yeah. And it was like, all right, let's fucking go to Six Flags. It's going to be sick.
This is a great idea. This
So-
is the best
Great
idea we've ever had.
a good idea.
And
Definitely.
from Philadelphia to Six Flags in New Jersey, it was probably like a 25, 30, 40-minute drive. What do you think?
I think it was longer than that, but not too far.
Not too
I
far.
think
Less,
it's
fewer-
about
less than an
an
hour.
hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's close to an hour, I would say.
Probably about an hour.
So the sun's up at this point,
Okay.
7 a.m. We get in the car. I'm in I think it was the Ford Taurus. Is it?
Oh, yeah. The green one.
It was blue, but, whatever.
Green.
Green, blue. So we got in the car. We start driving. We're
Yep.
feeling good. Fuck
Yep.
yeah, we're going to Six Flags. We're going to ride some roller coasters.
Yes.
We're still feeling the Red Bull.
Uh-huh.
Feeling super good. That's the first half hour of this car ride.
Yeah.
And I remember at some point it was just like, Scott, are you feeling so good like right now? Like I'm not. I don't
No.
know, man. My stomach's feeling a little weird.
No, not feeling good at all.
And so we realized, like, I'm feeling a little queasy in my stomach. I'm not drunk at this point. I'm driving sober, but after a full night of being awake with nothing but taquitos in my stomach,
Yeah.
I remember there was a bump in the road. We were driving, and there's like a bump, and the car bumps, and I was like, and I'm thinking about the roller coaster rides to come.
Oh no.
we were
And it
cracking
was
up
just
because
like-
we got nauseous from this bump, and we knew we had like King Dakar and shit. You know, I can't take a speed bump. How are we gonna take a
Yeah,
fucking
no.
like roller coaster that
Yeah.
gets shot off like a bullet? You know?
And we actually got to Six Flags before it opened. I
did.
remember this very specifically. And
You
there was
kept
like
going.
Oh yeah.
We kept going.
We were pot
But
committed,
before
man.
yes, we were. But before we got to Six Flags, we went to get gas in a
Okay.
nearby gas station. And I remember this is probably the funniest part of this trip. Like we pull up, and in New Jersey they pump the gas for you. You
Yeah.
cannot pump your own
I've
gas.
heard that.
Yeah.
And
Only Jersey, right?
I
Really?
think there's one other state.
there's like 2 states.
sure.
And the attendant walked up. I rolled my window down, and it was a nice young lady, if I recall.
Yeah.
And she looked in the window, and she asked me, "Hey, good morning. How's it going?" And I remember I had no answer for her.
Literally, like that's such a regular phrase, but we wanted to answer it so honestly at that moment in time.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think I just said I'm all right, and gave her my credit card, like filled up regular. And I remember I rolled up the window and I looked at Scott and I was like, dude, I just wanted to say to her, like, I've been up all night. I just drove here. I've been drinking Jägerbombs for the past 6 hours. I'm pretty far away from home. We're going to Six Flags. I don't know what I'm doing right now, so I am not feeling good right now.
Please call us a cab.
I just wanted to tell her all of that, but I knew that I couldn't.
Too much. It's
I
too
think
much
it was
to
more
explain.
like, "Fuck you! This is the worst morning
the
of my
worst
life.
day of my
What are
life."
you talking about? How are you? Nice question. Pump my fucking gas. Let me sleep.
Oh no! Who's driving? You were driving.
I was
Scar.
driving.
Oh my
So
god!
we did. We drove. We did some rides.
You did.
We did.
Oh,
Without
my
throwing
We
up?
God.
felt that we had to.
We everything was rough, man. We
Yeah.
parked and we were
wow.
like, shit, man, parking sucks. And then we like closed the door of the car. We were like, shit, that sucked. And then we were like walking up. We like had to buy tickets. We are like, damn, man, this sucks.
Yep.
And we're in the park, and I remember we we like heard the roller coaster cranking up. We were just getting sick from the sound.
Ugh.
Like just from the sound of it was making us sick. And the first one we went on was King Ka, which is, I mean, how would you explain it? It shoots off, it goes up like 90 degrees, and then it comes down 90 degrees.
Uh-huh.
And then sometimes, though, if you're fucking lucky,
Yeah.
it doesn't fucking make it, right? So then it comes back down
Uh-huh.
reverse, and you got to get shot
You
again.
don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's what we wanted that morning,
Right.
And we're waiting in line, and everyone's excited, and the
You're talking about the Superman ride?
No, this is just King Ka.
Okay.
But I don't even know what state of mind I was in when we were waiting for the Superman ride, man. That was
Do you remember? There was one ride that we rode multiple times. I think it was Talon,
maybe.
and I just remember it being the fucking funniest thing that the guy who announced that like the next ride was going off, for some reason the speakers we couldn't really hear his voice.
Oh, yeah.
And it just sounded like bah, 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 bah. And we just kept staying on the ride, like we wouldn't even get off at that point. Like we just did it multiple times.
You're allowed to do that.
No one cared because no one else was there because it was a
And
fucking
it's Tuesday
Tuesday morning.
morning, and, like,
there was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
one
yeah.
field trip of like students doing physics fucking experiments
Yeah.
and
Right.
us.
Right.
Scar and Scott. So we just sat on the thing. And we just laughed about that and then did the ride.
Get your bags. Yeah, that sucked. man.
And
was the
that
worst.
trip ended with us waiting in line for the Superman ride. And I remember there's this big long line. We're waiting for like 3 minutes.
Superman, by the way, you ride it like this.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus.
So like our stomachs are right, and it
It
looked
harnesses you by your stomach,
Yeah.
right? It's like
great, just great idea.
Uh-huh.
I think I've
So we had this-
ridden.
Yes,
at
similar
Magic Mountain,
ride.
yeah.
So we had discussions about, is this a good idea? Probably not. Let's keep going with exactly what we're doing, which is a bad decision, but just do it anyway.
Yeah.
I remember I felt one drop of rain on like the corner of my hand, and I was like, Scott, dude, it's fucking raining. They're
pouring.
gonna close
It's
this
pouring.
whole.
It's pouring out.
It was just that one opening. I was like, dude, I think they're gonna close the part down. He's like, you know what? You're right. We should leave. We should leave before the traffic. Like, let's just go back to the car. And we
Get the
fucking
hell
bailed
outta
from
here.
the line, got in the car, and started driving home.
Yeah.
You just
75
you
and
needed
sunny all
something.
day.
You needed that one opening.
Yes, and it did not. It rained zero.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful day for the rest of the day. But I swear to God, I felt one drop of rain.
I think it was
Something.
like a woman screaming on the
Someone
roller
spat
coaster,
on
like
you.
her spit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something from the
Yeah,
Superman
it was
ride.
a bird tinkled.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's what time did you guys end up going home?
Probably about an hour
Like
after we
9
got there.
a.m., 10 a.m.
It sucked.
It was
Oh,
terrible.
God.
Scar fell asleep on the ride home.
I
Driving.
did not.
I'm actually so impressed that you made it to the. I feel like if it was me and I was driving and I hit that bump, I would have just turned the car around.
You know, willpower.
Yeah, I hear you.
We just made it happen.
That's
for the story.
No, it's respectable.
I don't know if I go that far, man. But like, yeah, definitely, we had a lot of respect for ourselves that day, for sure.
That was it.
fucking
Those were all
wild.
the stories I could think of. That
That
was the
is
whole.
fucking
That was the whole
wild.
list. We
Yeah,
went
that
through
was
everything.
it. I mean, that was it.
We didn't really do anything else.
Yeah. Yeah, the East Coast sucks, man. That's why we're all
Scott
out
was the
here
first
now.
guy who.
It's all right.
Actually, you guys
Pretty good,
both.
man. I love it.
You were Fox. You were Falco. And you would both spot dodge, and I
Yep.
would knee you, and you would die at 45%.
Because I just
You guys
spot
both
dodged.
taught
I would
me
just
that
keep holding down.
You would, you would hold down. You would both hold down the C stick.
Yeah, because, like, you know, what am I supposed to do? You don't hold up.
That would be fucking nuts.
No.
That'd be nuts.
No.
In
It's-
fact, that actually works better. That's what
Look,
Phil
back
does.
then,
Actually,
there
that's what Phil
wasn't-
does. It pisses me off. I'll try to tech chase him, and he'll drill. Every time.
That's so good.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
I was trying to do that too. I just wasn't.
Like, as you
yeah.
go towards him, he'll drill.
Yeah, like I'll wait for him to spot dodge, and he'll just fucking drill in place, and then he hits me, and
That's
then
priority. I don't
Well,
know.
because I'm just like that.
saying.
'Cause he's
I'm
just
just
rash
waiting
words,
to
man.
knee because I'm expecting him to spot dodge, and then he drills, and I get hit.
Well, it would have been nice to know that back in the day.
Wild.
That's insane.
Oh, man.
I love spot dodge shine. It's my favorite thing
It's
to
pretty
do.
good.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Okay, okay.
Okay, okay.
These are for me. Wow.
We gotta get Phil. Yeah, we gotta get Phil back here. One of these days.
Phil's a good dude. Should get him back.
What do you do?
I
this
used
every-
to like
is this
that
like
show.
Oh, man, Darnell.
Darnell
hated
used to
that.
fucking hit. So Pac-Man used
Now
to
you got
hate
me a
everything
fight
we
back.
did, right?
Was
Oh,
Darnell?
yeah.
Did
You
Darnell
can-
play Smash?
You can speak to that because I think Wes is the person who will just generally, like, if there's a saying,
Yeah, no, I just absorb it.
he's an assimilator.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
just assimilate
why-
anything.
But you were
I
caught in the
loved
middle.
Wes immediately.
Yes.
Because we used to call each other pieces of shit all the time, and Wes picked up on it like
Oh my God, that's
immediately.
That's so true.
And the shuck 'em up thing
Shuck
was a
'em up
great
thing was
time.
great.
Oh,
I think Ryan
man.
wanted to kill all three of us that
Yes.
weekend. The Shuck 'em Up weekend.
He still might.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't like that. How you doing there, Shuck 'em Up?
we just watched the South Park episode,
Oh.
and that was like a line that they said that was just funny.
Yeah.
And the three of us just immediately incorporated it into like everyday
Yes.
speech.
Yeah.
But
No. That's
Ryan
how.
was
That's how contemporary culture like worked.
we were ahead of the memes. You're actually just a meme god.
We were.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we.
We didn't call them memes back then.
No,
But
we
No.
Pac-Man is one of those holdouts where he's like, I don't understand. You can't
Like a
keep the
Sheridan.
memes.
He's like a Sheridan.
Yes.
Yeah.
very much a
Yes.
Sheridan.
Yeah.
kind of
Who's
like Per
Sheridan?
Se. Do you guys
Kinda
know
like
about Per Se?
Yeah.
No, I don't know what you're
Per
talking
se is
about.
also. Is that a South Park thing? Because it
I
has
think
a
it is.
distinctly South
It's
Park feel
actually
to
fucking funny. They'll just say like a random thing like, we're actually pretty good at beer bong Per Se.
Oh, Jesus.
They'll just say Per Se like in
Oh,
random.
Christ. That sounds so annoying.
It's annoying as shit, but then you say it and it's like
it. You say it
oh,
like 6 to 7
I'll tell
times,
you.
and
kind
I'm
of like piece of shit.
by the 8th time you're having a great time every time you
Yes.
say it.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
you're into this now? You're into this per se?
No, we're already out of it.
Say
We're already
Per
out of
Se.
it.
You know what people say
into
on
it.
this coast that
What?
I've noticed?
Go
And
ahead.
it sucks.
If you say hella,
No, not hella.
because that's just low level.
No,
on
yeah.
it.
You knew Hella was. You knew
I
what you were
knew,
getting
I
into.
knew what I was
Exactly.
getting into. People like to say right.
Right? Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So they'll be like, when you're doing this thing right? And they'll like assume that you know what they're
Sophie
talking about.
does that, and I tell her every time you say right after a complicated sentence,
Yeah.
you're alienating
You're
people because they don't know what the
alienating-
fuck you're talking about.
Right.
You should say, do you understand what
Exactly.
I mean?
Right.
Exactly.
If you
Because
say
when you-
right, it's like,
Yeah.
you get this, right?
Right. Exactly.
You'd have
No,
to be
I
stupid
don't get
not
it.
to get it. Right.
Right.
Yeah. The implication
Right,
is
right.
pretty
if you didn't,
condescending.
if you did not follow along, you feel like you have to say no. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
But
Keep going.
it's a West
Yeah.
Coast thing. Maybe it's a
I-
Bay Area thing.
I don't say
know.
right.
I
Yeah,
always,
you do. You say
I
it all
don't
the
say
fuck-
right.
You say
You
it all the
do.
fucking time, man.
And you guys don't mean as a response.
I
you
say
mean
right.
Yeah, you say it all the
Right.
time.
as a.
As a question at the end.
At the
like,
end.
Did you get what I just said there?
Yeah, but do I say it after complicated things or simple things?
Fairly simple things from what I
A
remember.
little bit of both.
I
don't
think
know.
it's fair if
I
it's
don't
a
hang out
simple
with you
thing.
that much.
If I say,
Complicated
the
is
sky's
subjective.
blue, right? Sky's blue, right?
Yeah, but what if I'm an
Yes.
idiot?
Right, it is.
hang on,
Yes,
hang on.
that's true.
Wait.
I-
If I say it after complicated things, then I don't feel good about that.
Bobby, I feel like you say right. Hang on. keep talking.
Yeah, so whenever someone says right with a question mark at the end of what they're saying, I like to just say right, like a statement. Like
You
Yeah.
totally do that
I
all the
I
time.
like
used
to
to
do
say
that. I like
right.
to do that a lot. The other thing that West Coast made me start doing is the yeah no. Like, do you ever get that where
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no, I
no.
don't get that.
or no yeah like yeah no is like
That's a distinctly West Coast thing. I do it too, and I don't really know why I do it.
I don't know why I do it either. I just say it
Because
sometimes.
it's
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
I get you,
So the
and
one-
also no.
So the one yeah the,
Yeah, no.
Also,
Right.
no, yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
no,
no,
yeah.
yeah.
No, yeah.
The second
Yeah.
one is the one that's true, and the other one is just like
It's an
I don't know.
emphatic.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, it's
I got
like-
it. All right. Well,
I
no,
do
yeah.
that.
Do you really get it?
I don't
though?
know why I do
I mean-
it. I don't feel good about it, but I know I do it.
Yeah.
yeah.
I've been trying to wean it out, but like, oh my god, I
But you're
still
not
do it
even
so
from
much.
out here, bro. How'd you
I've
pick
been
that
living
up so
out here
quickly?
for 5 years. Are you kidding?
That's not long. That's
That's
not long.
pretty long.
You got to start saying John.
Sophie asked me, I swear to God, Sophie asked me 3 months ago, she was like, hey, I read this thing on the internet that said that in Philadelphia, this word John was a thing that meant everything. And I was like, no, this
Means
is
everything.
this is a wrong. Like, I've never heard that word
Nah,
before.
people say it, but
and
it's
then,
not like
no,
it's
I
not like
remembered.
hella.
I remembered how we said it. It's like, that John.
Well, I mean,
Johns.
Jeez, that was a terrible
Yeah,
way
that
to
was really
just
bad, yeah.
yeah, that was.
What
I'm
is
really
just
John?
saying that she
No, yeah,
told
that
me
was
about it.
really
I forgot
bad.
about it, and then I remembered that it was a thing. John was a thing.
It was a thing, but
Wait,
it
and
wasn't.
Smash John is an excuse. No John.
It's like
No.
J-A-W-N.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means like a girl, I think. A
Well,
John
it
is
could.
like a girl.
Could
You
be
know,
a
that's
girl.
the beauty of a Toph. It could mean anything.
No,
like
that's
Scar
not
went
what
up
I'm
to Shippensburg for that John,
For that
it
John.
could be that. It could be
could've been
like, but
Smash
usually
training, it
what
could've
you
been
want to do
anything.
is you put John after the thing you're talking about. You don't really say John in place of something. You say it and then John. It's like, I want to go get that cheesesteak, John.
Yeah, I remember.
You can't just say I want to go get that John, because then everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You have to like, it's just like a nice, it's that
I
baby
remember
John.
that.
Actually, Hawaii has a phrase like this.
Yeah.
I
What is it
forgot
called?
about it. I
What's
told
the
Sophie.
Hawaii
You know, you actually probably seen the backpack Dakine, D-A-K-I-N. So
I never know how to
Dakine,
pronounce it, but yeah.
it's Dakine. It's
Okay.
not Dakine. It's Dakine. Dakine in Hawaii in Pidgin English it means it's derived from like the kind, and it means anything you want. So you say,
Okay.
hey bro, you want to get the kind, and that means do you want to get the implicitly understood thing that we and it's like and then you go out and you get some
So
food
the
that
other guy,
guys-
you got to be close to who you're saying that to, so they understand what you're talking about.
It's kind of like Dakine. It means you know. It means you know.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Like
But
kind
the next
bud
time you see
brother.
the next time you see Dakine backpacks, that's what that is.
That's awesome.
It means
See,
you know.
I'm learning.
And when I moved to the mainland from Hawaii, I was very shocked to see that
John
this
is just literally per se.
Actually, wait. Did you guys ever run into anyone who uses
per
yins?
se. Yins?
No.
Yins.
in central Pennsylvania.
Oh,
Never.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
just Pittsburgh for me, but man, yins is
Yeah.
the fucking worst.
It is the worst.
sounds
and the
terrible.
best.
Yins is plural you, so it's like y'all. And so
Yins.
it's like, did Yins guys go to
Oh, I
Heinz
can see it.
Stadium
Christ.
to see the Steelers?
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. Man. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
Yinzers
disgusting.
in Pittsburgh. So that like
I
that's
remember joint. I remember saying joint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Joint.
that's
Joint is the New York John. That's what joint is.
okay. Yeah,
I
can see
guess
that.
joint did become.
I think joint
More
is
common.
pretty
It's
widespread.
more, but that's New York. Things from New York tend to spread a little bit wider
Okay.
than Philly. Philly
Okay.
kind of stays to
Yeah, it's
Joint
just-
also
Stays to
felt
Philly.
like it was like almost always a place, but
John.
no joint.
You're right. I
Yeah,
agree with
joint
that.
like typically was like referring to a place and
Yes.
not another thing. It could refer to another thing.
Yeah.
them joints.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I like John. I'm gonna start saying it, man.
All right, we'll
Yeah,
bring
you
it back.
should.
We're gonna bring it back. I like
I feel like
finna. Finna's really good.
Finna is understandable, I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like you can kind of tell what someone means when they say
Yeah.
finna.
You can just implicitly understand what
How
they
do you
mean.
say it?
Uh,
Put it in a sentence.
You finna.
You finna
smash?
Dipset?
It's like,
Yeah,
are you trying to go? Right?
You finna.
Dipset. What
Dipset?
was Dipset?
You guys all
Dipset
left
is
these
like
Dipset's
let's
coasts.
leave.
bounce.
Yeah, let's bounce. Let's get out.
Yeah.
You guys all left these coasts before my guy, right?
My guy.
So
Yeah, Finn is fixing too. That's right.
So-
It's fixing too. I think.
Finna.
Is the.
Finna
Yeah,
get
what's up with my guy?
I don't. So I remember my dude. My dude was
My
more
dude.
was more of a thing,
Yeah.
and I just remember that being a D1 thing. Like I just
Yeah.
remember D1 always
My
saying
dude,
my dude.
my man.
I remember my dude.
And the new one's my guy.
Yo, D1
And
was
he
just
also
out
used
here,
to
man.
say that- yeah,
I
well,
should've met up
he
with that
was.
guy,
Yeah.
man.
Oh
Damn.
man.
Old school.
Messed up.
He also used to do like the long dip. Like I'm a dip.
That's where you had to do it, man.
Yeah, it
you
was
had to
great.
do that.
That's the evolution. I feel like a lot of these slang terms, they started really long, and you'd shorten them down to be
To
like,
to the
like
one
remember,
thing that's really great.
like 15 years ago, it was like, what's that?
Oh my
no,
God, I
don't
remember
remind me of
that.
No.
Yeah, I love
That was
that.
so.
I loved
Wait,
it
15
too.
years ago, I was 15.
I don't know.
I think
that
it was
commercial
even
was
the
fucking
Bud
awesome.
commercial was even earlier than that.
It might
I
have
was
been
like
Perhaps.
8 or like 10.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
I remember I went to. I was in grade school. I was like in 6th or 7th grade, and I
Uh-huh.
went to like a girl's house with the others.
A nice
Nice
young
young
lady.
lady.
Yeah.
Nice young lady's
Nice young
house
lady.
with other 6th graders, and like 2 7th graders went.
That's interesting.
How old were you?
How old is a 6th grader?
12, 13.
Fucking 12.
Did you have a friend that you brought
I was an
along?
insecure piece of shit. What did you say?
You have a friend?
No, I did not bring a friend with me.
That
I was
sucked
by
for that
myself.
friend.
By myself, per se.
And the 7th grader was like, "Wah-da!" and he like wanted us to all do it. And then he like put like a phone in front of me, and I was like,
You
like,
just gotta do it,
I didn't
man.
even see the
Just
commercial at the time. I didn't understand what was happening.
Suck it up. Don't be a little asshole,
I didn't
man.
know what was going on. It was very unfortunate for me because there were all the girls in front of me, and they were like the cool girls at school, and I was like, all right, well, I shouldn't even have come out of my fucking room today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was middle school to a fucking T.
Yeah, that was.
Oh God, dude, talking to girls was really hard back then.
It was the
It
worst.
sucked,
It
man.
was
Or
so hard.
picking up on cues was impossible.
So hard.
Impossible.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that sucked, dude. Sucked, man.
Ugh.
Oh God. What was
Anyway,
some
I
of-
got nothing else. Toph, you want to do? You could ask these guys
No,
whatever
I'm
you want,
just
man.
thinking about
Thinking about what?
how relatable the last 20 seconds of this conversation were.
Yeah.
Mogwai, where were you during all this? I feel like some of those stories, the
like
Six
you
Flags
were
story.
there.
Were you there?
Not at Six
No.
Flags.
What were you
No.
doing?
So-
rolling beer
So
by
At this
Pittsburgh,
point.
Pittsburgh is like 5 hours away from Philly. So
Okay,
I was
okay.
being a good student or an okay student.
You're being an okay student.
yeah, I was.
Pocky
I
D
was
is being a
being-
good student.
What- All right, one of us.
Oh, Taki.
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 Taki
Bumasa.
was a.
I like that
He was
guy.
one of the
I love
other
that guy.
schools. Yeah, Taki Bumasa.
He was at UPitt, right?
No, he was not at UPitt. He was at what was the other one? Shit, I'm blanking.
Hey, was a bait around at this point, by the way, or was he
No.
more later?
No, he
No,
was
no,
later
no.
on. So
Okay.
so there was Taki D20
Oh my God.
Naka something
Nakamaru.
Nakamaru. Trying to remember some of the other kids who were growing up. Then like the
Nakamaru. Who did Nakamaru play?
Falcon, and prior to that he played something else. I don't remember, some low tier. And then
Was
and
it
then-
actually Zelda? Or am I making
Voodoo
this
Jim
up?
was over there.
Right, so that's what happened is that then the I'm trying to remember where they were from, but like Voodoo Jin, the lake.
The lake.
The lake.
Like a
I
whole-
remember he beat me that one time.
Yeah,
was so
I
good,
do.
dude.
He was so good.
He was like
With
unreal
Fucking
good.
Zelda.
Yeah,
He was way
Yeah.
better than Mel.
he's really good.
Yeah, I've heard he's really good.
Yeah, no, he was. Oh no, man. He was very, very good.
Yeah, he was good. Mal was really good, though.
That's pretty good.
He was pretty good. Pretty good.
Run away and throw shit.
How did I forget fucking Swift Base? Swift Base was there.
Oh, my
Swift
God.
Base.
Swift. We used
'Cause
to
Swift
see
is
those
the guy
red
who-
trucks.
Swift friggin' unseated me. I was like ruling up Pittsburgh with an iron fist, and then Swift Base got really good one summer, and then just started fucking me up.
Yo,
Like,
he
it
was
wasn't
good,
his fault.
man.
I thought he's like
He's so
New
good.
England.
Yeah, so he lives in
Nah,
Connecticut now, but he went to
yeah.
UPitt for college.
Okay.
He was good.
Yeah, and like Carnegie Mellon and UPitt were like right next to each other.
Gotcha.
So we used to play a lot.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
He was pretty good. Pretty good.
There was
good.
also
Yeah.
XYT Chic. Do you remember this
X-
guy?
Oh wow, I do.
Oh
I
my
remember
God!
him from
I fucking forgot him so hard.
Until you
The
said that,
most
but then like
awkward
memories came
individual
rushing
who
back.
has ever lived
Yeah,
on this
probably.
entire planet.
I loved him.
How do I know him?
Yeah.
I know him. I've played him, I
Uh,
think. I don't know how.
If you're watching,
I don't know. He.
I always liked you, man.
Yeah. No, he was a good dude. He
Was
was
it
really
Excite? Was that what he was going for? XYT?
No.
Excite?
I think
No.
I think it was a closely guarded secret what his name. I
Mm.
think he told me once, and I don't remember it because it was actually some inane dumb shit.
I thought it was from like an anime or something.
I thought it was like maybe like a brand of gum or something, and
Oh.
like I don't know
Close.
what the fuck it
Would
was.
have been
yeah.
better if it was
the
Excite.
same thing.
Basically the
Yeah.
same thing. Yeah, no, he was good. He played so lame. It was unreal
Yeah,
lame.
he did.
Yes,
I
He made
hated
me
playing
hate
that
Sheik
guy.
for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sheik sucks, man.
No, Sheik's so cool now.
By the way,
You gotta
speaking of
catch
Sheik,
back up. She's so cool.
everyone should check out YouTube and search for Falco versus Sheik TAS. It's one of the best matches of all time. It's a really excellent TAS high-level video.
What am I?
of-
What is this? What are you describing?
Spencer, do we have the technology to put a corner of this beautiful set that we have here dedicated to Falco versus Sheik TAS?
I think it was Perfect Falco versus Perfect Sheik.
Falco versus Perfect Sheik.
TAS.
This is
It
awesome,
actually-
man. You got like a pro.
Yeah,
doing
no,
this.
No,
Spencer,
this is the
Spencer
best
is the
thing in the
greatest.
world.
Spencer's the
Like,
best.
this is amazing. I want this in my like life.
We all want to spend.
See,
time
because
in
we're
life.
trying to
you
be
know?
like Jay Leno, and he has
Oh,
a
here
guy
we
who he
go.
could just say,
Here we go
hey,
with
Jimmy,
the
put it on
fucking
the
Jimmy.
screen, and they can
Yeah.
do that. Where we
I think someone
invite
linked
really
it in chat.
important people
No
like
shit.
Jake Gyllenhaal, Russell Crowe,
Right.
talk about the recent movies that they launched, and
Let's talk about that.
and it's easy. We just talk about what's
I just
new in
launched
your
a movie
world,
called Life.
life.
Right? That's actually a real thing, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I-
that's
I watched
you just
Logan.
put that one out. I
Do we have
heard.
a clip? I think we have a clip of.
I think we have a clip of Life right
can
here.
can you bring that up for us now?
Yeah,
right
bring
here.
it up.
I do think that
Okay.
if I had to be one, I would definitely be Letterman.
I don't know
Think
about
he-
that. I would say, well, I could see you as Letterman, actually.
This is.
Can you put it on the left corner so I can see it? Because there's the cameras in front of
This
it.
is actually the best. Literally, when you search this, and tell me, Spencer, can you look at the YouTube video and tell me how many downvotes versus
So
upvotes it
many.
has?
Oh my god!
I believe that this is one of the most disliked videos
in all of
on the planet.
fucking
This is not TAS.
Because what you're
No.
watching is
What is this?
my wife.
Okay, so this was there's a player from Connecticut.
No, I know what this is. I know what this is.
Okay, go on.
Can I guess what this is?
You may guess what this
Is this what the fuck was that guy's name? It was
Named
it
after a comic book
accurately-
character.
Oh, dude, come on! You're making it too easy.
Fucking no, I know exactly who this is.
New
This
England.
is the best thing ever, man.
No, I know who this is. I know who this is. I know who this is.
Holy
What the
shit.
fuck is his name? Go ahead.
Spawn.
Okay, so it is Spawn, a
Sheik.
Sheik from Connecticut,
Versus.
versus your boy Mogwai. We were playing a $1 money match where the shit talk leading up to this, our promos that we cut on each other leading into this match, were just about how we both thought we were going to outlame each other.
Got it.
And we sat on FD for 8 minutes shooting lasers, and I thought it was the funniest thing in the world to put this on YouTube and just call it TAS Perfect Sheik versus Perfect
I've seen
Falco.
this.
Yes.
And when it first came out, it was like kind of funny and people got the joke, and then
Oh, look at that.
TAS's blew up. Like TAS's
became
became
a
like
thing. I saw
you did
really
this, Spencer.
cool. And then people would search for it and they would find this and they would get so fucking mad. It was downvoted to oblivion.
That's awesome.
This is.
I love this video.
I don't-
I've watched
So
this video
it's-
so many
Yeah,
times.
it's literally, I think 3 stocks get lost over the course
The
of
first
the game.
3 minutes of this
Okay.
video cracked me up, and then I don't want to watch the rest of it.
Right.
Yeah, I'm kind of done.
But the first
Wait,
3
what's
minutes.
that video?
This isn't working for Spawn. I feel
No,
like
No,
you're,
I
he
don't.
does
I don't
not
know
care.
what he was doing.
you're fine. You're doing fine. You're doing just fine. I don't understand Spawn's plan.
Oh,
I feel
shit.
like he's just taking shitloads of damage, standing in his corner.
He probably could have used that analysis.
Right,
From
hey
commentary,
man,
yeah.
I understand that there was some
Oh,
context
man.
going into this or this money match, but you got to throw it out the window at some point. You're
Westlake.
130%.
Yes.
You were so good, man.
I
Yeah,
know.
you were really
I
good.
was back then.
Just the
whew, I
discipline.
was something.
There's also
Remember to
I have
Chivo-
no
to
discipline now.
spammer?
Oh,
That's-
I remember
Oh,
to spam.
oh my
yeah,
god.
that's
Like,
actually.
This is how he played.
Actually, he used to play Link too.
Yeah.
Not even kidding. I swear to God, I one time watched DJ Nintendo versus to Spammer.
That sounds like the worst match. They
Playing
timed out all
to
3 games.
Spammer
Right?
Link versus DJ
DJ
Nintendo
Nintendo's-
Mario.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
think I saw that too.
swear
That
to
was
God,
at
I'm
No
not
John's?
even kidding. Yes.
Yeah, that was
Jesus.
the worst.
DJ stood on a platform and short hop fireballed, and Spammer like was throwing boomerangs and they would not approach each other. I'm not even kidding. Like, are you even happy with the 6% that a fireball does? Like, is that a win?
But see, that was the narrative
your
back then,
idea?
was that all of us, so you guys are all from the East Coast, and the narrative back then, from a West Coast player's perspective, which I was that, like, everyone on the East Coast was like this.
Yeah.
So, like,
a lot of people were.
From my perspective, it was just like, this is just what they get off to over there. They're just a different breed of human being, and we cannot get along. And if you remember, in the 2008-9 era, when we first started sort of meeting each other at big tournaments, it was just like, these are just different human beings than me.
I think we sort of.
So I think a lot of those dislikes probably came from West Coast players that were just like,
wait, this is really funny because I think I like immediately die here. Like some really dumb shit happens, and then Spawn gets the lead, and the funniest thing in the entire video happens.
Is this the best part?
Yeah, this is.
Thank you so
my
much,
favorite.
Fuzziness, by the way.
oh, what's up, Fuzz? Oh, wow.
So
Okay,
Spawn now has the lead.
Not yet.
Is this
not
where
yet.
you
No.
walk
out? Yeah.
He gets the lead.
Uh-oh, one more.
He definitely gets the lead here. Yeah,
How
it's
did you
19 to
like-
18, and he's going to the ledge.
Oh my god.
And
Yeah,
now
Chino
he's
stall.
camping the ledge with Chino stalling.
He's atriarching.
And then
He's
I just
atriarching,
walk
yeah.
up, I forward
Nice,
tilt him,
yep.
walk back
And that
across
changes
the
the whole
stage.
dynamic.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're back at 28. All right, well.
You pissed them off now, man. You really pissed
And
You
them
guys
then
are
I
playing
just-
you guys haven't been playing Melee for the last 5
Sup,
minutes.
Fuzzy?
So now that you guys are next to each other, you guys
We
are
don't
like,
know
oh,
what to
shit.
do.
I haven't
This video has cracked me up for years. There's also a Chibo Senpai
That's
camp
what I
video.
was.
Oh,
Yeah,
the Chibo
we're-
versus Hacks
Hacks.
one?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
where he
remember
played
that.
I think I've seen that one.
That
Hacks
was-
wins, though, right? I think
Yes, Hacks just jumps down
What
and
happens
kicks
in
him
that
off.
video?
That was.
Chibo, I think it's just at 0-0. Chibo's just like trying to
Yeah,
play for the draw or
Ben SW
something.
versus Aatrox. This is.
He got the lead. He like punched him and then just grabbed the ledge.
Yep.
And what happened after that?
Well, he did it for 4 stocks, and Hack kicked.
Yeah,
Hacks
and then
kicked him in the
Hacks
face.
kicked him with like 5 seconds remaining. He just like dropped and up aired him.
He
went
was
back
so
on
pissed
stage.
off. I still remember that.
I thought he was really proud of his performance. I'm like,
So
that's really
literally-
cool.
I'm getting emotionally invested in this match.
No, it has a way about it.
Right.
I'm not.
You know, this
It's
actually reminds me
compelling
more.
like a train wreck.
It
It's
reminds me
just
more
awful.
of Ben SW versus Ganon. Have you
That's
guys ever
actually
seen that
true,
from
yes.
Terrible Times? You
Oh,
haven't
no.
seen that.
No.
Have you played Ocarina of Time?
Yeah.
Do you remember? I almost want to show him the video before telling him, but I'm just gonna.
But it's
So
a
my
long
good
video
friend
is the
Ben
problem.
SW, you actually, I feel like you guys have a kinship. You know,
This kid, yeah. I
guy.
love that guy.
So
Yeah.
he played a game called Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time
On stream.
On
Ben-
stream
he's in the chat.
We had a
Oh, I would love to
show
watch
called
that, actually.
Terrible Times,
Okay.
and Ben, I think, like deliberately just disagrees with the game design of Legend of Zelda, and
Okay.
so he's constantly battling not only with the game mechanics but with the actual story and momentum of the game
I
itself.
sort of agree with him. It sucks.
He hates it.
Fucking hate Zelda, man.
for
Wait,
Everyone
what does
loves
he
that
hate
shit.
about Ganon?
You can watch. He has many words to say about.
I've watched. I
journey.
feel like he just gets his ass beat.
So Ganon, you remember? Ocarina of Time's the worst game of all
There
time.
he
It's the best.
Yeah.
You remember Ganon, the when you fight him the first time, or the last time leading up to the final battle.
Yeah.
You're in a room and Ganon like destroys the kind of terrain,
Yeah.
and there's one giant pillar in the middle,
Yeah,
and you can
I
kind
know
of
exactly.
skirt around the outside, and you're supposed to. So Ben did not realize
At that time, that was awesome, by the way. when you
it
saw
was
that.
awesome.
Yeah.
Ben did not realize you could actually jump to the sides, and
Yep.
so he fought Ganon strictly from the middle platform. And he had 16 double-sided hearts. So you remember double-sided
Yep.
hearts are 2 times as powerful.
Yeah.
He also had, I believe, 3 or 4 fairies, which fully restore your life.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ganon killed him. simply
Without taking
by,
a hit.
Simply by he climbed up all those stairs, and Ganon would knock him off.
Oh my god.
And he would climb back up, and every time Ganon hits you, he does about a half a heart. He got hit, like, if you do the actual math, it's 16 times 2 times 4 times that he climbed up the middle, where it honestly, the game is designed such that you think about, like, no, I shouldn't have to do this over and over. Like, there has to be a better...
He was climbing up the middle.
Yeah.
Ganon would hit him with the Thunderbolt,
It's like
and he would
15
fall
minutes
off.
of
And then he would
loop
climb
footage.
back up
Oh my
slowly.
God,
and Ganon
man.
would do the choke slam, and it would bang outwards, and he would fall off again, and he
That's
would
so
climb back
funny.
up. And the funniest part of rewatching is I forgot how many fairies he had.
Yeah.
Because he would die, and then all of his hearts would come back
Right.
many times in a row.
You were there in person.
I was there in person. It was basically the funniest thing that I've ever witnessed.
How did you
my-
not like?
No, I
Stop
wanted.
it.
Telling him the
Honestly, I literally
strategy?
wanted it to last as long as
Okay.
possible. Because every time he would climb up, I would. You know how you get in a giggle fit?
Yeah.
Every time he would climb up, I would laugh harder and harder, and I just wanted to keep laughing.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Just
what you're
little
saying.
Link,
Okay.
like, just rung after rung, and I
Oh
knew
my
that at the
God, man.
top, what was waiting for him was a one-way ticket
Back.
back.
I need to watch this video.
Yeah.
You gotta send me.
It's
that.
it's on YouTube.
Oh God.
Do we have a link in the chat?
It's so long.
It's a
It's
pretty
like a
long video.
15-minute video. It's insane.
Gets rid of the Phil coaching Ben gets rid of the ladder climb. That's true.
So, speed runs. Remember Mark's speed.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
This is
so.
just a quick excerpt of Ben versus Ganon to the top left. So
Oh,
you see,
no.
okay, he had 13 hearts. I see. He had a really good strat there with like that he like hid.
Yeah, he's handling. Yeah, it's like
He's
a
like, "All right,
melee
I'm gonna-
strat.
I'm
It's
gonna
like a
hide.
melee
He's
strat.
gonna ledge hog.
He's
you know?
ledge. Wait, he,
Jumps off.
he
Okay,
just
cool.
jumped off.
Yeah, no, it gets really repetitive after this, though.
Yeah.
How long it
I'm
takes
just
to-
laughing
look
because
at
I
how long it
know
takes
like
to
the
climb
end.
up.
You know, it's just
Oh
great.
my god.
There's again, and oh, there we go.
But you
He's
have to
doing
shoot.
good.
You have to shoot him with a light arrow now, and I don't think that he remembered.
Okay.
He didn't know about that step in the
Right.
equation.
Okay, and there's that move. See, if I was Ganon, I would only use that move.
Yeah, that's a
That's a
great
good
move.
one.
Yeah.
It's a good move.
Yeah.
Okay.
Toph, you have any questions for my good friends here? I have so much history with these gentlemen. I don't even know. I got nothing to ask at this point, really.
I know. I feel like I got a lot of the
Okay.
the
Feel
gi-
good?
you know the gist of it.
We got
It's
nothing
just
left,
to me,
man.
it's
We
like
got nothing. We're on
yeah.
E, man.
There you go, man.
We're on E. West might not be. West has a lot.
Anything that we
on
forgot?
attack.
Anything important?
Trying to think.
I could ask about Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
I think that's an interesting.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
D20. I play Young Link.
Pittsburgh is the greatest city on the planet Earth.
Hey, it's actually pretty good, man.
I
Pittsburgh's legit.
like, well, but I feel like I have a relationship with some of the newer members of the Pittsburgh community, but I feel like maybe it's not the same as when you were there.
A bait.
I
new.
ended up playing. For some reason I've played Nakamaru in tournament like 5 times, just because
Yeah.
like. You know, like there's some people that you always like
Yeah,
get
you're,
seeded
like,
to play. He was,
destined
like,
to hit
every
them.
there was like a 3-year period where
Anything
every time
about
I
the
went out
Drexel
of state,
Game
he was in
Lounge?
my pool. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, what's up, dude? So I kind of started
Yeah.
kicking with that guy.
Drexel Gaming.
Yeah, he's a good
Lounge.
dude.
Yeah.
Anything
Oh my
important?
God. Who
Yeah.
is that? How do
No,
they
he was
know
playing
about
at the same
Because we
time I
mentioned
was.
it, you
That,
know.
that whole crew was around.
Perfect.
Yeah, no, they're good dudes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Pittsburgh was fun.
Dude,
I don't know what to
remember
say.
much about the Drexel
Happy birthday,
Game
Phoenix.
Someone's birthday? What's up?
When the maddest he's ever
think he
seen.
means maddest.
What was the maddest you've ever seen me?
The most angry.
Was I
Ooh,
mad
wow.
on the East Coast?
That's a good
Was
Yeah.
I a
question.
mad
No.
person? Did I get?
Yeah, no, you got pretty pissed.
You
I-
probably
I-
know as well.
I
Wes,
could.
you
I
know.
feel like I could just
Huh?
answer for you that yes.
Yeah, you definitely.
Or like
probably
anyone
have
who's
some good
seen,
answers.
Mewtwo King versus Mango at ROM 1 could
Uh,
probably just level that.
I feel like you
accusation.
were pretty mad at Rom. You were like really mad at Rom.
About Mango?
No,
Just
no,
in general.
about TOing. He was
Okay.
really mad at that.
Mhm.
Trying to think of some other things.
There's
that you
actually
got
a
rid of.
story.
Honestly,
there's
a
a
lot
story
of-
from ROM where,
Yeah.
because you remember old tournaments like you really couldn't eat, especially if you were the TO.
Yeah.
And I remember I got like McDonald's and I had like fries and a burger or something, and I was
Oh,
eating.
yes,
and
yes.
I think I honestly I really think that it was Matt.Zeb. I don't know who it was.
I think
No,
it was.
you've
it
told-
was,
no,
it
you've
was
told the
Matt
story.
Dotzeb, yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was Matt.Zeb.
I think
and
you
he
said
walked up to
I think
me,
you said it was Mafia.
I think it was Dotzeb.
Zeb? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he asked me, "Hey Scar, can I get a fry?"
yeah.
And I fucking flipped.
You flipped out.
I flipped. You remember, like, because it's kind of funny when you would get mad. It was like, I've been working all day.
Yeah.
I haven't had any single break.
Yeah.
This is my food, and you're going to come over here after not doing anything all day. You're going to ask me for my fries?
Yeah. What a dick, you know?
He was
And
just
I
the
felt
worst.
vindicated, right? But it's
Yeah.
like, at some point when you say those things to another person, they're like, oh my. Holy shit, dude! Like,
Do you?
I was literally, I was just asking for one fry. Like, I didn't know it was a big deal. My bad, dude.
This is like Vish in the pizza boxes.
I was so fucking mad.
You remember
And
when
Vish?
you got blamed for hitting that person's car by the bowling
You
alley?
hit someone's
Oh
car?
my god!
I think that was the maddest I ever saw you.
right in front of my house.
What happened?
So just I don't remember what happened, but someone said
Yeah.
that I had hit their car and they were parked in front of my car at the time.
Yeah, that was really weird.
I didn't hit their car.
That was really
You were
strange.
with me the whole time.
Yeah, yeah, that was a really weird.
And
night.
like the cops came, right?
Yeah, you were pissed.
What did I do? I don't remember what
I
I
don't know.
did.
You were just like up in their face, like, "There's no fucking way I could hit your car. I was inside the whole time." We're all like trying to back him up, but he was just like,
I was
that was
yelling.
like a serious night because you thought you were gonna get like a fine and all this sort of stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
That was rough.
It's probably not a good look for me then, huh?
That was a fine look. I mean, it's better than green pants and Nikes. Jeez.
You done, Scott?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'll be all right.
That's actually deep. Scar, that's like the duality of Scar. Scar doesn't like eating, but will scream at people about
Yeah.
food.
Yeah,
For sure.
It's true.
That's the duality of Scar, I feel like.
I just don't like if someone else is having a very nice day and I'm having a rough day and they want
That's
the
what it boils down
small
to.
happiness or kindness or, you know,
But you don't
little
like
bit
eating.
of joy in my life. Yeah, but a French fry when you're having a hard day and you're really hungry is real good.
I see.
Well, when you're working all day TOing,
That's right.
it sucks, dude. That's the worst. I have so much respect.
You've done it.
to- Yeah, I've only done like
Ran
one
one
time.
of the worst tournaments of all time in New Jersey. It fucking sucked.
Yeah.
You know, Matt Dunzep, he's like a,
That
he's like a
did suck,
TO now.
man.
Do you think that like that experience opened his eyes to like
It might.
the struggles of being a TO, and he gained like
might.
this newfound respect for TOs?
Next time I see him, I'm going to ask him if he remembers this.
Okay.
And
He was
ask him.
so young at the time, right? He's a young kid, right?
How
Yeah.
old is he?
He's like older than
I don't
Hax and
remember.
J-Man, but like not
Not
by
by
much.
much.
Yeah, because they're the youngest I know.
Do you
He
remember
works at- he
Clash
works
of the
at
Titans
Smash
1?
Yeah. Yeah, in Jersey at the game store.
No, at Clash of the Titans 1 it was on Drexel campus. It was the first.
Oh, that's right. We called it something different before COT.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I do remember.
Wait, what was it just
Do you remember
Titans
how that
of
tourney
Smash? Was that
ended?
the crew's name?
Yeah.
Titans of Smash. Were you a Titan of Smash?
Oh, I
Colin?
was a Titan Wes.
It's just my guess it was
Mexi
Matt.
Madness.
Mexi Madness, Chibo Senpai.
Mexi Madness used to destroy Scar. Remember those days?
I do remember that. And
Is he a
then
Falcon player?
Cactuar taught me no, he was a Falcon.
Falcon Ditto.
He was a Falcon. He would beat me in the Ditto.
Oh wow.
He used to
And
mess
then
him up.
Cactuar taught me that up throw, jab, regrab was a guaranteed chain grab in 2007. And
Against
Was.
Falcon?
Yeah.
and he could not beat me after that. I would up throw, jab, regrab until like 90% he would die.
Man, we were really bad at this game.
Yeah.
weren't we? We were just
I mean, I know Chibo still has those videos from back
Yeah.
at that like very first tournament in
Yeah.
the dorm.
Yeah.
To see
good
you play
sometimes.
probably would be really funny.
It's probably a nice mix-up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Catch 'em, catch
Do you
'em
remember
sleeping.
how that tournament in Drexel ended? The Clash of the Titans, the Brawl tournament?
Only I unplugged the. Is that the one you're talking about? I
Talk about when Mark was escorted back to
Escorted.
his dorm.
Wow.
The Drexel police.
Yeah, what was the chant? There was some sort of chant.
Money back.
Money.
Money
Oh!
back. Money back. That
Was this
the thing.
4? Which one was this?
This is Brawl.
Brawl?
I've heard
one of
this
the
story.
first big
yeah,
Brawl
this was on
tournaments.
Smashboards. I read this. I read about this. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
that guy sounds like it.
That was great.
That's
You were
super
there,
funny.
right?
I don't know if I was there when the
I was
money back
definitely
chant
there.
happened. You were there?
I was there.
Shit. Sucks, man.
Ah,
There was a lot of people that flew out from like all over the world too for that, and then the guy unplugs the.
Yeah, I
TV.
definitely told this story before on this very program, but I did want to say it in front of Scott because Scott and Chibo have a long storied history.
Yep.
Right? You guys went to
Yeah.
high school together.
Was
you
that-
know him very
okay, I
well.
thought that was like-
that was it.
I thought that was
right.
like West
that was it.
Coast, right? Exactly.
Can
Yeah.
you think of an example of, Chibo Senpai, Mark Korsak, man of many talents. He has a particular way of writing text. Can you think of an example? Because I've thought really hard, like, how do I share that? But
You know what? I've thought about it too. It's one of the hardest things
Uh-huh.
I've ever had to do in my life.
hi, hon.
It
Well, there she is.
Oh.
it's just a mess.
Yeah, I am
right?
tired.
Like,
Sophie.
He's got like a particular. Can you
Um,
think of even one example of like a sentence that he says is just so Mark? I remember for me myself personally, For me,
That was
myself
the
personally,
classic.
it was a
For me,
classic
myself
Chibo
personally, was
Senpai.
like whenever we wanted to do a Mark impression.
For me,
that
myself
was a tag.
personally.
For me,
Well, for me, myself personally, yeah, like that was.
And I also remember when we had the deep debate around Brawl and Melee. He tried to make this distinction between, one game might be more competitive, but that doesn't mean that it's better competitive.
I remember that actually. That was awful.
You know what? I think it was like it was up here, man.
It was
It
really
was just
bad.
he couldn't like.
Didn't you read some of his essays? Because you guys went to school
Yeah,
together.
but
you know.
I mean, I can't remember, man. I was just drunk
Okay.
all the time. I think like it's tough to. Sometimes you have the right thought in your head,
Mhm.
but you don't have the vocabulary to get that across.
You gotta get it out.
And I think that's actually a big problem because I think
agree.
a lot of people are smart, but they don't have like the tools to distribute that
You
knowledge.
gotta get it out
Yeah.
somehow.
And it's a shame because but I think maybe not all the time, but a lot of times that was probably the case. And there was some really funny posts that he had on Smashboards.
You can check it out.
Yeah. Is that, by the way, if I went to Smashboards
might
right
be
now
it.
and logged in?
Might be good.
Yeah, you totally could.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
You gotta remember
You can.
your login though.
You do.
Yeah.
Or you can click on forgot my password.
Assuming it's still on the same email.
Got him SSBM, I think. Yeah.
That sounds right.
Should we do our set?
Yeah, let's first
Are we ready?
Set
down.
All right.
Wait, there's one thing we can't forget about.
Please.
Am I supposed? Do I just read that? Is that how that works?
I guess.
My name is Justin Wharton. And
We
I
have an exciting announcement.
we have an exciting
We are
announcement.
reopening the Toph Show Teespring store.
Oh, and that's the message from Justin Wharton. Yeah, we're
That's
reopening
right.
the Teespring store.
We're
I
featuring
don't know why I
an
can't.
artist,
pronounce
Justin Wharton.
Justin Wharton, you may
and
know him
he
from.
has a
I was just gonna say, I think he it was either I don't know. He might have done my cover photo or my profile picture at some point.
he did something
but
cool.
he's sick. He does a lot of this style of artwork, and
he has a
has
personal
to say,
message for us.
Right. My name is Justin Wharton, and I'm a digital illustrator from the Northwest. I've been painting for close to 4 years and been in the Melee community for 2. I'm
A huge stream monster.
because I'm about an hour away from my nearest locals.
Mm.
The current style is inspired by Vaporwave and Synthwave. Thanks for getting to know me a
Is that
little.
what vaporwave means?
Yes.
Vape Nation.
Yeah.
Not quite.
And
Close,
so
close
here's a little bit of promotional
Just-
artwork.
Here we go.
That's sort of his style of artwork. And do we have a picture of our shirt as well that we're selling?
Yes.
That's the design of the shirt. Ooh.
Ooh, that's sick.
So you've
That
got
actually is awesome.
you've got basically the Pecco
That's right.
shirt inspired, and then you've got our character. I'm a big fan. So sure, check that out. Head on over to teespring.com/stores/Scarantoph. Thank you so much to Morgan Jung, a.k.a. Mornagaj, for
Thanks, homie.
setting up our merch store. And yeah, you can be sure to cop that.
Yeah, and I believe that we will each get, a copy of those T-shirts.
I think that's how that
probably
works.
with very little haggling and hassle.
Right.
Probably will just send us copies of those T-shirts featuring our likeness.
Yep.
You
Just
know,
get copies for them.
seems
We
like it
don't
would
have
be
to-
a really bad business move if you, profited off of someone else's brand
And
and,
didn't-
refuse to work together with them and send them a T-shirt. I don't think that any legitimate
CEO,
business would really honestly do that. So.
None that I know.
I don't know why
sounds
I'm
very
going on at length
reasonable.
about
Yeah,
this,
no,
but
it seems like a
no.
basic concept.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen, and so that's great. We will definitely be rocking those T-shirts, and you can buy them on teespring.com/Scarantoph
stores
store
/Scarantoph.
show.
It was right there. Just go back 10 seconds in the VOD or whatever.
And you can find it.
You can
we
find
also
it.
have a producer who is way better
He's-
at
yeah,
everything.
So he's
than
just
we
gonna-
are, and,
Yep.
he can
Okay.
do whatever. What did the Japanese say over the Falcon and said Scar?
Over the Fox.
Ska.
Toph.
Ska,
Ska.
right?
Yeah. I'm going to get my controller.
He likes
Looks like
writing
it's
it in
over.
Japanese, so they can't. I don't think they have R sound,
They do not.
so it's just Ska.
Yeah, you just
Can't be Scar.
Got it.
But I guess, from a branding perspective, I've been wondering if I play Falcon, if I play Fox, what do I do?
What do you do?
Just double Fox. It's 20XX, man. It's here.
I don't know, man.
By the way, this is super cool what they've been able to do, man, with the
20XX.
Yeah, isn't that
Because you're
incredible?
from back in the day. This is your
It's
first.
mind blowing.
Is this what's happening?
It's
If
insane.
this is what's happening, this is the most amazing thing of all time.
This was happening. We have to do it. I've decided I'm going to get my Falcon good enough to beat your Fox.
Shouldn't be
It's
that
going to be a
hard.
long
Fulfilling-
journey because
Fulfill the prophecy.
I
Ken
feel
Uptilt.
like I know what it's like to lose to Fox
Right.
a bit more deeply than what you feel.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
It's different. But
So-
I feel like
I just want to say that I believe that you
I
have
feel
a
like
long
my
road
Falcon
ahead
has
of you.
I feel like it has moments.
I
feel
agree.
like he has moments.
I have seen your Falcon do some shit.
Do you want to go to Battlefield?
I want to go wherever you want to go, except I banned Battlefield. Fuck
Oh
Battlefield.
my God, you're being a Fox player. All right, I ban. Well, actually,
Fuck Battlefield, dude.
I ban FOD and Yoshi's.
Oh, you're fucking nuts. Let's go to
go,
FD,
dude.
baby.
Let's go, dude. I don't know if you've got that punish game.
I don't, but
Okay.
I've seen you do it. All right.
Bobby just going for that up tilt. Not a good look.
Oh
It's-
my God, you double jumped. Okay, cool.
Damn, Scar, you're like pretty not that great.
Nair's actually, I've learned how good it is.
Who, Falcons or?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's really good.
Both of them are good. I think they're two of the best in the game, maybe, arguably.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds right. A lot of it has to do with being a fast faller, though. Fast fallers use Nairs really, really well.
I'm going to do the Toph edge guard. Never mind.
That back air. You were ballsy going for that. Okay.
Oh, I'm going to die.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh.
I was paying on that.
I didn't even think about
I
it.
know. I was just like, well.
What the? Okay. Did I do the Scott him?
Spot dodge, get dared. The true string.
Oh man, if only I could even do that now.
Oh, I don't have a jump. All right.
Dude, just like, you know, when you see the game and you just get reminded of how much time you spent on this back in the day.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
It's pretty
Oh,
insane.
up air is fucking nuts.
It's still so good. This game is amazing.
I know, it held up, man, after all these years.
I DI'd in versus Falcon. What the fuck?
Now you understand why so many people DI'd in versus you. It's hard not to, man.
It
It's
is.
It just
scary.
feels like it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I should have back aired
Yeah,
again,
double
dude.
back air, yeah. Even Scott knew that one.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, I wouldn't have done it.
All right, I'm fucking dead.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I smashed it.
I can't believe I just spot dodged instinctively. I didn't even think about it.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice
Why-
drill.
why would you-
Nice drill at
why
180.
would you
Good
do
drill.
that?
Nice drill, bro. Seriously, good move.
I didn't
It's
know
a
what else to
kill
do.
It's a
Back
kill
air.
move. If you drill him probably about 1,600 more times, you might die
Okay.
from it.
That grab.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
All right.
GG.
Okay.
Good game.
That was a really good game.
Really good game.
Do you guys do best of five?
Best
Do you
of
want to do
Best of five.
bans or strikes? No, right?
I'll ban FOD.
Do we do bans?
It's a best of five. Why are you guys banning?
Either way, it's fine. It's fine.
I happen to know that this stage is impossible for Fox to beat Falcon. Or I mean Falcon to beat Fox.
Uh-huh.
Fuck.
It was
Okay,
always
thank you
my,
so much, Rattle. Good shit.
Always my favorite against you. Because you could do that like...
Oh, shit.
Scar jump.
Start doing whatever you said people are doing nowadays. Scar, go for it.
Shield drop?
Yeah.
I can't do that.
She'll drop all over the place, man.
Oh.
Oh my god. Your Falcon's too fucking good.
Don't ask about that one.
So who's like the best in the business right now? Is it still Mango?
No, Armada.
Mango's up there.
Mango's
I'd
up
say.
there. Mango.
Armada's
Armada's still doing
I'd
his
say you
thing?
got to give it to Armada right
It's-
now.
It's definitely Armada 1 and then Hungry Box 2 for
Yeah.
if you're going off placements. Those
Probably
are
Mango
definitely
3. I feel
It's either
like.
Mango
With
or
the
Left
double
3.
shine? Damn.
Probably Mango.
What, have you been
Left and
going
still
home
slacking.
and
Yeah,
playing?
playing on my basement. Yes.
Damn. Okay. That wasn't even a thing back in the day. So Hungry Box and Armada, they're both still playing, huh?
Yep.
Wow.
The
down
only
here's
one of the
fucking
gods
amazing.
who stopped was PPMD, but he'll probably be back, right?
That's the theory.
Please, PP, Kevin Nanny, please.
I used to love, who's that one Chic player from New England?
From New England?
I think it was from New England
Spawn.
or New York. No, it wasn't Spawn.
KDJ?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Korean DJ was the freaking
Yeah, no,
best,
he
man.
he was great.
Oh, he's my
KDG
favorite
versus
player.
PC were my favorite sets
Yeah.
from back in the
I
day.
can't believe that reached.
Yeah, I was banking on it.
Dude, PC Chris is so cool too.
You're fucking
I miss
amazing.
Chris. He's a good dude. We mentioned PPMD, so of course nothing but PPMD Craigasms.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
That was the Wizzy stop.
Because I could have died 100%.
Yeah. Okay, all right, never mind. That was too fucking good.
Yeah, definitely don't fuck with it. God damn it. My dash tags, every time I dash tag with this,
All right, that was not the greatest side B.
No, it's always a good side B. It's the best move. You're Oscar now?
yeah. Do you remember Lovage?
I
all-
actually had the read. Did you see the read?
yeah.
I don't think I ever met Lovage.
Lovage,
I literally can't be.
he's
talking.
a West
Actually,
Coast Fox.
Lovage really reminds me of, or vice versa, I guess, of GOTM.
Yeah?
My life.
Sounds like a pretty cool guy.
There you go. Fuck me. Oh, I'm alive. I'm alive. Fuck. All right. I had you. All right.
Air dodged.
GOTM is East Coast Lovage.
I thought you were gonna like
Scott?
win. What are you? Did you win?
I
Did
think
you-
I feel like I
He
won the
must have
set
won
when I
while we
dodged
weren't
the first
looking.
up tilt. When I didn't run into your up
Yeah,
tilt.
Yeah.
You're not getting hit by up tilt. I'm not really sure what to do. I'm gonna have to change my tactics.
That was a ballsy text, Bobby.
Damn.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, hell yeah, I'm back for some
nice.
reason, which doesn't make any sense.
Such a good ledge guard.
Rough, tough crowd.
Damn.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, shit. All
I
right.
see you, Scar.
All right, he's-
Probably gonna
Shut up,
just-
Scott.
Oh, man.
Shit.
Nice, nice, nice.
Okay. God damn it.
Shine out a shield and everything.
Fuck. Ah, I really needed that. That was a reach.
Fuck.
Fuck. I'm coming back.
You read it?
Oh, shit. I hate that feeling.
Nice.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh, is that a shine
I can't
turn
even do
grab?
that. Yeah, I can't even
that's
do that.
Fucking hard.
It is hard.
Oh, shit. I don't know
I
how
can do it.
I know, I hear you. I'm getting out of here regardless. I don't know what's
God
gonna.
damn it. I've messed that up 100% of the time. I could do it in
But-
training mode, but I can't do it in
Yeah.
real.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
that's okay.
That's a part of being Falcon, dude. Getting
Yeah.
the read, but not getting the punish.
Yeah, I understand.
Mm.
I know that's. God damn it. Fuck, I'm getting shut down.
You started getting hit by up tilts.
Nice.
I need a couple more of those and a little closer to
Oh,
ledge.
beautiful dash. Just right to the
Am I
edge so you
dead?
could like sniff.
No!
The
Well, I really needed that. Okay. That helps. Oh, really? Okay. It's fine.
It's Falcon, dude.
I know.
It's Falcon.
I know I could. You would have made it back, though.
No, I would have died.
No, you would have done it
if you
differently. You would
DI'd
have
down,
not.
I would have grabbed the ledge. If you DI'd down and away as Fox,
Shit. Stadium's actually. I feel like Stadium's actually pretty good from there. I'm gonna go to Dreamland though.
Yes.
All right, Scar.
you always fucked me up on this stage, so I'm gonna try to Toph you.
I believe in you.
I believe, I believe, I believe. Sorry.
What song is that?
It's like an R. Kelly song.
Reverse fort.
Like Ignition Remix?
Oh, that is a song.
Isn't that like the greatest?
It's actually just the greatest song
It's
ever
just the
made.
greatest song ever, man.
I was actually at the Foundry last week, and I was talking to, I believe, my friend Brian about how no one knows what the original Ignition is, and it's like not culturally relevant.
It's not. I still think Ignition Remix might be like the greatest R&B song.
So good.
See how hard it is, though, right? You just get kneed and you're holding
And you
down
just
already.
die.
It's not me holding it on purpose. I'm trying to shine.
I'm back.
I can't crouch cancel a single fucking thing.
No, not against Falcon, dude.
Oh,
All
nice.
right. You know, you can't play when you're all stressed out. Just calm down. Just take a deep breath.
I knew it.
I fucking suck at edge guarding Falcon. I have to do that.
Alright, yeah.
Boost back air.
The back air's incredible. Oh, god damn it!
Ooh, fuck yeah.
I really needed that exact thing to not happen,
Fuck
and it
yeah.
happened.
Done.
Okay.
All right, the read.
The read.
Sometimes, though, you just got to get kneed and then you're ready to go.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
It's actually so good for me.
It is.
Damn it. That was not intentional, I promise you.
You gotta go like classic though, man. Sometimes you just gotta up smash him.
I heard you say go classic and I felt the kick. I feel like that's going classic.
Damn, alright, maybe DI's better nowadays.
Nice.
What?
Okay. And I'm okay. Trying to get really next level with it.
That would have been the most next level of all time.
Yeah. You're nuts. Don't fucking wall jump there, Falcon, you stupid son of a bitch.
I spot dodged like a dummy.
That kind of worked.
Ah, missed it.
Turning on the ledge cancel, that's sick.
You got me.
Oh, no.
I can't reach you. Okay.
Don't give up.
I didn't try to give up. I lost my grip.
What? What does that mean?
I should have up air,
Oh, that was
Oh
a
my
ballsy
god, this
forward
is
B.
so nice. Oh my god. Damn.
So
Oh, that was a
tense.
sick back
That
air.
was nice. Yeah, it was nice.
No!
Nice.
Fuck! God damn it! All right.
This is
Okay.
an even
Bobby
matchup.
coming back?
Damn, dude. Okay, hang on.
I think Fox vs Falcon is 50-50.
It's
All these years, I was just playing the matchup wrong. I need to play it exactly.
I
the way
kind
you
of want to
play
go
it.
to Battlefield, but I also am. I'm gonna go back. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
You would go to Battlefield, but like
I would go to Battlefield because I can't recover. Just up till grab the ledge.
beat you on Yoshi's. I feel like the stage is almost. So you beat me on Stadium and I gotta go
Dream.
Battlefield.
I think Battlefield's.
Just to try something. If anything else, to try something different. Okay.
Does Dark Rain still play?
That is not what I.
Yeah, a little bit, I think.
That dude's the greatest Falcon of all time, dude. I'm telling you. I used to love watching that guy play.
Yeah, he's definitely like the one who's stayed relevant for the longest period of time.
And G-Reg.
I don't think G-Reg plays anymore. G-Regulate was sick though.
Yeah, man.
The G-Reg combo, throw into knee.
There's like an up air that I think hits Falco and like doesn't hit Fox because Fox is like a little shorter.
Nice.
Damn.
That's the right idea though.
Isn't that so satisfying though when your up B hits him?
Oh,
my
it feels
God,
so
that
good.
is just like
Yeah. It's like free fucking damage.
It's like getting your hair cut, man. It's just like
That's a weird
so
analogy.
good.
That is
So
a
good,
really
man.
weird analogy.
It's like
I've
getting
never
your
thought
hair
about it
cut,
that way.
man.
I've really just never thought about it as getting my
Yeah,
hair
dude.
cut.
You ever? Oh man, the scissors.
They're like two separate satisfying things. Yeah, but they're not similar. is
Same
how I
feeling,
feel.
man. Same feeling. What's the
Oh my fucking god.
What's the video where people like they like do things in the microphone?
ASMR.
Yeah, dude. I love ASMR, man.
God damn it, dude.
Oh, Wes knows all about ASMR. Oh man.
So Scott and I roomed at Pac-Man's bachelor party, and Scott wanted to listen to fucking ASMR.
Hell yeah.
To go
Good
to
call.
sleep, right? And it was just like this chick who's she had like all these different props, and like she had like a balloon, and she'd like rub it with like a microphone,
Sick.
and she'd be like, "This is a balloon." And then she'd have like a box of like paper clips, and she'd like shake it around. This is a box of paper clips.
I feel like we were listening to another one where she was like telling you to like picture like a Christmas present or something.
Yeah, well, no, it was
Your Falcon's
you were
actually
the
fucking
Christmas
sick.
tree, and she was
Just
decorating
on
you.
right?
That's right. And then when she put the tinsel on you, so nice, so nice. Man.
You can't say I don't know the reads.
Your Falcon's fucking amazing.
That was the craziest fucking trade, dude.
Oh man.
That was the craziest trade.
Wait, who won?
I won.
Good shit,
Thank
man.
you. Thank
Man,
you.
Scar
Oh my God.
Scar sucks. Oh man, nice game.
Oh, that was a good set though, I feel like.
That was a very good
Wow.
set.
Falcon's amazing.
I feel like you spot dodge like someone from
way
2008.
too much.
Because I would go for the knee and I'm just
You
like,
just free grab me.
I have to tell you, that was so vindicating to see as someone who has gotten kneed by you off of spot dodges.
Oh man.
Because it's so hard to not just do it.
I know. Oh, man.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
It's
You
such
just-
a good option.
It's so great against everything except Falcon murdering.
It's like, well, now I feel dumb.
Oh god.
God damn it. Good set, dude.
I really like your
Fucking
Falcon,
A.
Toph.
I'm working on him.
I really like him.
I'm working on him.
I think
Ask,
there's some moonwalks.
I can't
some
moonwalk.
turnaround,
I actually
shield,
can't
shield
moonwalk.
stop knees.
I can do that. I can't do moonwalks.
That's hard. I've never been able to do that. I practiced so
really?
long one day. and
I've
I
done
couldn't
little
do it.
moonwalks with Link.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Link,
I can do
tiny
those.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a
they'll-
lot of
they'll
people
like,
can only
"Ooh."
moonwalk in one direction.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I can only moonwalk to the right,
Yeah. So.
and only with like Link and Falcon.
What's your favorite color?
What?
What's your favorite color?
Excuse me. My favorite color?
Yeah.
My
Someone in the
favorite
chat
color
asked.
is probably. Oh, someone in the chat asked. I'm gonna go with green,
It's a great color.
but like a
It's good
lime
one.
green.
But like not on like pants or anything.
No, definitely not pants.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what kind of green. Like
I
that's
actually
just
like
gross.
those pants.
Thank you all for watching. This has been the Scar and Toph Show. Please follow my boy Mogwai at Smash Gizmo on Twitter.
Thanks.
And this guy at he doesn't use social media, so don't even just forget about him as soon as we end the show.
No, I have a Facebook,
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, the
Everyone's
people
following
don't follow
Facebook.
you on Facebook.
and they also don't respond to messages.
It's come full circle.
I caught
All
that
right, great.
reference,
Yeah, no, it's
Alright.
good.
All right.
We'll be back in 2 weeks
Yep.
on twitch.tv/Toph_BBQ. And we have
No underscore, actually.
Toph
I get it
BBQ,
wrong,
no
too.
underscore. And we have events on Twitch, so you'll know. There'll be an event.
Yep. And we
We
have a very
launched it.
special guest.
Probably.
Probably a very special guest.
Until then, peace.